Good afternoon and welcome back to the West Ham Network. This is your match day live and the starting 11 teams are in for the West Ham versus Leicester City at the King Power Stadium. So let's go and take a look at the starting 11 for the game today. There's our starting 11 for today's game, Matt. Not really any surprises. What do you think?
Well, we actually got the team right, didn't we? Round of applause.
Well, we did put three options in, didn't we?
Well, team that I called.
Yeah, well, there you go.
I'm taking that one.
There you go. So what do you think then? Lanzini's in?
Yeah, it's... He was the better of the two. We've said for a while that those two have played in a position between them. Yeah. We've said that Benrahma and Lanzini between them will cover the number 10.
Yep.
And if you've got a guy that's in form and one that's not, you've got to play the guy that's in form.
Yeah, of course.
You know, I know some people said about, maybe start Benrahma and bring Lanzini on, but risk what? If we're 2-0 down after an hour, it's kind of too late to bring Lanzini into the game. So
yeah.
If Lanzini's the informed player, you would play him, and then if his legs get tired later, then you've got something to change it to.
Well, I tell you what, mate. Listen, I've got something else to announce to you. Are you ready for this?
Go on then.
Look at your screen, mate. Wolves have beaten Tottenham Hotspur. And there's the league below it, as you can see. I think you can see that league there. Tottenham are now within 2 games of West Ham. At one point, had potentially upwards of 4 games in hand. So, like I've always said, you would rather have the games points on the board than you would have on games on hand. However, there are several teams there that we still need to watch 100%, no ifs or buts about it. Zouma starts today, mate. I think there was never really going to be another option, especially the fact that he played against Watford. What kind of atmosphere do you think is going to be there around him?
It's going to be a hostile atmosphere. Let's be honest. He got it at the start, and for a while in the game against Watford. And I fully expect the same thing to happen again. I think he'd be naive in himself, and Moyes would be naive if he didn't think that was the case. If Moyes thinks that nothing's going to happen, it's going to blow over. It's not. This is going to follow him for a while.
Yeah.
Right? And it's just going to be a test of character for him to see if he can handle it. He done all right against Watford.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really get tested, but he did what he had to do. But that was a home game where, especially after we scored, it seemed to be a lot of fans started back in Zouma because we won 3 points.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting in an away game where 3/4, if not 80% of the stadium is going to be against him. It'll be interesting to see how he handles the situation.
Yeah.
But hopefully after this, maybe the witch hunt might calm down a bit. They might get used to it. He may face a ban at some point, but until the investigation's been done. I mean, look, if the investigation gets done and they charge him, then West Ham may well ban him for a game. But at the moment, it looks like Moyes is set on, if he's available, I'm playing him.
Yeah, 100%, mate. 100%. Let's take a look at the Leicester team. Do you want to talk us through that, mate? Here it is there for you on the screen.
I've looked at this a couple of times. I'm trying to work out what it is. He played in the week at Leicester. Both Amati and Ndidi played centre-back. Looks like he's brought Sayunchen back in for someone else. I'm trying to get up the team they had last time.
I've got that here. Look, there you go. That's the team they had last time.
So there's no Albrighton. And Lookman and Albrighton are both out as tomorrow. So he's run the changes again. I mean, Maddison's in, Daka's in, Dewsbury Hall. He's rung the changes again. But I'm guessing it's a 4-3-3. Could be a 4-2-3-1.
What do we need to watch from that?
Harvey Barnes is decent on the wing. I think they've dropped Lookman to the bench. Surprised me. I thought he was a decent player. Harvey Barnes also has got a bit of pace about him. Maddison, is he getting chucked out on the wing? Might be good for us, might be bad. I don't think he's as effectual out on the wing as he is in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at that straight as they've named it, that looks like a 4-3-3. Maddison and Barnes either side of Daka. Could be a 4-2-3-1, but either way, you wouldn't have Tielemans out on the wing. So,
yeah,
it looks like maybe he's either gone for a 4-3-3 or he's tried to match us and gone for a 4-2-3-1.
A lot of pace in that team, no?
Oh, Ricardo's back in as well. It looks like so. He didn't play last game. He's had a stop-start since he hadn't picked up an injury last season.
Yeah.
So James Justin to go back to left back. Sayunchen, though, I've not been convinced with him this season. There was a point when a lot of the big teams were looking at him and he was quite well thought after, but this season he seems to have been in and out of the team, injuries and mistakes.
Yeah.
Got dropped for the Liverpool game, but has been brought back in today. Is that maybe to try and deal with the physicality of Antonio? I mean, but even if we go back to our last game, he didn't have a particularly good game against us. I think he gave away the second goal with a pull back pass to Schmeichel. So,
but I mean,
I don't know. Look, it looks like Rodgers is trying. I don't know. He's trying to find a formula to get a balance between getting players on the pitch that are going to win him the game, and then trying to get players on the pitch that are actually going to fight, because that's one thing Leicester fans have questioned. But at the same time, I would say I haven't got it in front of me, but I'm pretty sure there's 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 or 4 changes, and he made maybe that many changes against Liverpool. So surely it can't be good. I know we're like, I think you said we probably use the least amount of players in the league, but surely it can't be good for the rhythm and consistency to be continually chop and changing 4 or 5 players every game.
Right, sorry, just quickly, we're hearing some news coming from the stadium that Kurt Zouma has been chatting to the physio, and Issa Diop is currently out on the park warming up with the starting 11. And Diop, Kurt Zouma has now headed down the tunnel, and Diop is currently still warming up with the starting 11.
Oh,
that is what we're hearing. So we don't know what to do with that, but the potential that maybe looks like that maybe Diop might be having to step in if Zouma has picked up something. If that's the truth, if that is, inevitable and that does happen, what do you think of that?
Game on, Leicester.
Is it that bad? Is Diop that bad? Is that what you're saying?
As a defender, no, right? But there's positions in a pitch you can play where you can be out of form and you can play yourself into form and you can make mistakes and get away with it. Teams do it all the time with centre forwards. They spend 30, 40 million on a centre forward and you play him into form and he might miss chances, but you play him because he might get that goal. But missing chances doesn't get you a goal, but it doesn't cost you a goal, so teams can afford it. Same as an attacking midfielder. But centre backs and goalkeepers, it's the other end of the pitch. And if you make a mistake, especially in the Premier League, invariably it'll end up in the back of the net.
Yeah.
So you don't have an opportunity to play through the mistakes. You don't get that chance. And it looks like at the moment he doesn't look comfortable on the pitch. Forget on the ball, he just doesn't look comfortable on the pitch. He sees a ball coming towards him and he's like a deer in the headlights.
Do you think there's an element of? Do you think there's an element, and I've said this before, do you think there's inconsistency in team selection because of injuries, so therefore that's had a bit of a negative impact on the likes of Diop, who works with confidence? And I know people will turn around and go, but he's a centre-half and he should be a commanding centre-half and he should do a job that he's there. But if you're talking about a player that has lacked confidence as of late and is, and earlier in the season wasn't lacking that confidence, was actually looking like the defender that we initially bought, then you try and put 2 and 2 together and you come out with the result. I mean, am I trying to give him, something?
I think you're being a bit generous to him, to be honest.
So I was going to say, yeah.
I'd say Dawson was in the same situation. And I haven't seen that poor level of play from Dawson.
Yeah.
I mean, Dawson's had, 3 different right backs on the side of him next to him this year. Dawson's been in and out of the team. Dawson's played with Zouma, Ogbonna, and Diop next to him. I know you say about changing, but when we only have 3 available centre backs, they can't be that many times to rotate round in training where he's not used to playing with the players around him.
Yeah,
but like I said, it's a confidence thing, but he just doesn't. I think Allardyce, when he first came to West Ham, was the one that would hire sports psychologists. And it looks like maybe they need to go, if they don't have one, they need to go and get one for Diop so he can get his mind right. Because like I said, there was once upon a time where he was this big commanding centre-back, comfortable, would bring it out, bully defenders. But in the last 2 months, he's just got worse and worse and worse. You haven't reached that point where it's slightly turned and looks like it's improving.
Yeah.
At the moment, he just doesn't seem to be finding a way to do it. So for me, yes, it would be massively game on Leicester. The only thing we can be thankful for is they don't have Jamie Vardy.
I don't know if I agree. I think people, I do. I feel really. Oh, well, hold on a second here. We're getting a pep talk now. Moyes is giving Diop a pep talk. Just giving you live updates from the stadium. So Moyes is currently working and standing alongside Diop, giving him what looks like a pep talk on the build up to the stadium. So it looks like potentially Zouma could be a doubt for actually starting
Sky
the game.
Now, I haven't got the sound on, but Sky have now listed it as Diop and Dawson at centre back.
Yep.
And we're now one defender light on the bench. So one player light on the bench. So I would say, whatever's gone on.
Yeah, it looks like he is not going to be playing
I can
today.
see him giving the team sheet back in, probably telling them no, it's changed.
you want to jump through the comments for me, Matt? Will I change the starting 11 then for people while they have it there? Yeah, he said Diop is taking instructions from David Moyes and is poised to take Kurt Zouma's starting slot.
Frank Butcher's in the house. Hammerette. This is an interesting one. This is what I was going to get onto at some point before this whole Zouma thing come in. Yarmolenko's on the bench today.
Well, let's take a look at that there. So, I mean, right. I think I seen he got a sent off for the under-23s. So, what happened there? What do we know about it? Why is he playing today? I think people thought
I've been trying to find it out. Again. I'm not sure, but like, surely it just is your next game, like an FA Cup or a League Cup game. Yeah. Surely he just carries on to the next game. So, unless it has been rescinded already.
Yeah. What do you actually think of that bench, though?
Three. Well, I'll count Yarmolenko in it. 3 attacking options, 2 for the midfield, and 3 defenders. It is it's probably 1 less now because Diop. Yeah, it'll be 1 less now because Diop's obviously now stepped up. So, but you've got Fredericks and Johnson, so you've got fullback cover for either side, 2 can cover the middle, and then that is potentially a front 3. You know. Yarmolenko. So you do have options. I do feel maybe slightly sorry for Flex because like he has been in and around the team.
I don't think he's going to
maybe he might continue to be, but
yeah, I think we as fans create that hysteria around about the young players. I think we desperately want the young players, but you know, it's funny when you listen to Declan Rice's interview, he says that I was on the bench several amount of months and it was like I thought I was never going to get the chance, and then suddenly Pellegrini decided to bring me on for a couple of minutes against Burnley, and then the next thing I know, the next season I've played 30 games. So it's just about maximising that opportunity and that chance, really, isn't it? And I mean, he's never going to drop the likes of Yarmolenko from the bench as much as the fans want him to. It's just never ever going to happen until he actually physically leaves the club.
I do think it's probably, I don't want to say the board leaning on him for it, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to say they are saying, I don't want to say the board have picked to tell Moyes who he has to pick, but it does seem like, given the amount of money we're paying him,
yeah,
the board are like, you know what, if we're going to pay him that money, he better be there. Right. If we paid him 115 grand a week, he better be travelling up to Leicester this week if he's fit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just more curious about the whole. Do under 23 red cards carry over to the first team? Like,
no, I don't know, mate.
Has it been overturned?
I don't know. But listen, let's move on to today's game. I mean, Yarmolenko's on the bench. He's made the game. Diop is now starting, it looks like, in place
looks like
of...
he's tipping it down at Leicester as well.
Yep, absolutely. Looks like he's starting in place of Zouma. Let's read some of the comments. English Ari saying, Zouma, come on, mate. Thanks, Ferdy. Good boy.
West Ham just put a little tweet out quickly, confirming Diop will replace Kurt Zouma in the starting 11. He's unwell.
Yep.
So he's feeling unwell.
And Randolph has been added to the substitutes.
Bench.
There you go. So confirmed, Diop is starting for Zouma. How do you feel about that? Everyone in the chat, get your comments in. Are you worried to the level that what Matt is? It doesn't bother me that Randolph is in this. Matt, I know you're one, and you and Stell and others moan about, you know, the amount of substitutions. Sometimes we put 2 goalkeepers on the bench.
Oh,
it doesn't affect me at all.
Today's different. It annoys me when we have a home game and we start when we announce the team. There's 2 goalkeepers on the bench because that is just filling out a space for the sake of it. However, when you're going away from home, you'll only take a 19-man squad. Or is it 20-man squad or whatever? You'll take your 8 on the bench, your 11. And you always take a 3rd goalkeeper. You always do, because you need one for training in the warm-up and stuff.
Yeah.
So it does logically make sense that, you know what, if we've had to pull one off the bench to start, you might as well put him on the bench. He's there anyway. You're not going to call on him, but
yep.
You might as well put the spot up.
Let me come away from that, Matt. Let's move on. Alex Chapman saying, Moyes, get out of the club. You can't sign anyone to progress. Do you agree with him? Do you want Moyes out?
Huh? What?
I'm just asking, do you? Do you?
And everyone in the chat, where the comments come from.
Everyone in the chat, if you are watching this, do you agree with Alex Chapman?
What? Moyes, get out of the club. You can't sign anyone to progress. I mean, that's just like stops my brain from functioning. I don't understand. Like, where's this come from? What has he proven to say this? I mean, you could have maybe said that 4 or 5 years ago when he came in the first time and signed Hugh Gill. But look at the signings he's made since then.
Yeah.
Like Bowen, Benrahma, Soufal, Soucek, Zouma, Areola. What he hasn't really made a bad buy. Like, I don't understand. He's taken us.
Hold the fort for a minute.
In what, 2.5 years, he's taken us from inside a bottom 3 relegation battle to still competing for the top 6, even with a small squad. We're in the 5th round of the FA Cup. We're in the last 16 of the Europa League, but he can't sign players to progress us. I'm just really confused. I mean, if someone wants to explain what I've missed.
Sorry, I'm back. I've just said
that. I mean, do you want to join in on that? Like, do you want to tell me what I've missed? Like, where's this sort of Moyes? I get if some people don't like the Zouma situation, but look, maybe, I'm sure some people come out and say it's karma today. Some people might say he's bottled it. I don't know what his reaction was when he stepped out on the pitch. He might have gone booed through the roof, and he might have gone, you know what? I don't fancy it today. I'm a bit ill. I'll push for it at home, but you know what? It could be a mental thing. Maybe Moyes has said, we need to treat this like other things, and if he needs all the help, we'll get him all the help he needs.
Yeah.
Maybe his mental state's not in it, but like.
Well, let's move on. We're moving on to today's game. Diop is in place, and I mean, listen, for me personally, I'm not as, I don't think he's been great. Of course, he's not been great a lot. His confidence is massively shot. However, I've got the faith in him, and I've got the faith in the fact that you've got Creswell in beside him. You've got Dawson that can do what he needs to do, and you've got Soufal back there that can create and help and support back there, to be honest.
The only positive thing I would say, and, this is the only positive I'm going to give Diop, is that Leicester don't play the same way as Leeds. Because that game, that game's still fresh in my mind, and he just got torn apart. Because they do that non-stop 90-minute high press, he was just getting pulled to shreds. It was no surprise when he was the one that come off, and Creswell. Don't forget, Creswell went into the back 4, and Matt Johnson went to left back. That's how shot he was at the time. But that was a couple of weeks ago. Zouma's come in and taken the pressure off him. I hope he's ready.
Yep, he will be. He will be, mate. Have the faith. Mandy G said Diop in and our odds to win went out. Dabs is saying I would move to back 3. Scott is saying if Diop has a horror, does Krul come in for him or Rice go back? Well, I'll tell you what's interesting was, if you did watch the interview between Gary Neville and Declan Rice stated that he was asked to play in a game as centre-half. Because there was iffy if Dawson would make a game. However, Dawson made the game. So that lets me know that, yes, if Diop does have a shocker or any other defender has a shocker, fully expect Declan Rice to move into the defence and potentially Mark Noble or Alex Krul to come off the park. Let me have a look at this bench again just to make sure they're both on there. Noble and Krul. Yeah. So, yeah, I can absolutely see that. Now, if you are watching, get me your predictions in and we'll go through them just before the game starts. So there's pouring down. It is absolutely chucking it down in Leicester.
Tipping it down.
I think I've literally just sent the clouds right above my house and fired them all the way down to Leicester.
Oh, mate, it's tipping it down in London as well. I think the whole UK, you just got one big giant thundercloud today or something.
Yeah. Ruronitin Shins, come on, you Irons. Adam Cook is saying, when haven't West Ham been hard to watch apart from the mid-80s? Yes, you're right, mate. You are right. Toby Sampson is saying, knowing Diop, he'll probably be man of the match staying crap again next week. Well, let's hope he is, mate. Let's hope he absolutely is. That one guy, I reckon this is going to be a goal fest. Raining like crazy. Lawrence Watkins is saying 3-1 West Ham. Could be interesting. Great conditions for Dawson and Sofao.
Might suit us maybe more, depending on how the ball's running on the pitch. If the ball's not, holding up a little bit,
yeah,
it might suit our long ball game more than Leicester's trying to play through the pitch.
Yep.
Adam
Cook is saying 3-1 West Ham, Souček, Bowen, Antonio. That one guy saying 3 each. Hip hip hooray for Yarma. Scott are saying 2-1 West Ham. Just hope we don't concede in the first 10 minutes. We're prone to do so. Lawrence Watkins saying, come on, you Irons. Frano is saying, big one for us today, 3-1. Mexican Brian saying 3-1. Hate leaking goals from English Yardie, 2-1 West Ham. Paul Flower saying 2-0 Leicester. Come on, Paul. Scott is saying, did you see the red in Yarmo? That must be the most phantom call I've ever seen. Brutal, I'm not an Yarmo fan. But yeah, but I get that. But I'm not going over the Yarmo thing because the minute I start Matt on Yarmo, he'll keep talking about him for the next 20 minutes.
No, I actually agree. I've seen it. Me used to talk about yesterday. Don't know where.
There you go. You're on it. There you go. You're going on it again.
That was what I was going to say. I agree.
Yeah. 4-3, super exciting, full of errors. Matt, I'm going to let you sort out the chat for the last couple of minutes before kickoff, and I'm getting myself the game ready.
I've got the team. They're going for the teams at the moment. Sky are predicting it's a 4-3-3, and Didi Tielemans and Shrewsbury Hall in midfield, with Harvey Barnes and Maddison either side of Daka. I think maybe Maddison's going to play on the right, Harvey Barnes on the left. So could have be a big game for Creswell and Diop. Amate probably could get out in defence. He's not exactly a centre back. He's a holding midfielder as well. And Ricardo's just come back from an injury. Obviously, West Ham is bringing the West Ham team up now. Diop is now slotting in alongside Creswell in place of Zouma, who is apparently ill. Told the trainers in warm-up he wasn't feeling very well. He's not playing. Sufal, Dawson, Diop, Creswell's a back four. Souček and Rice in front of the back four, as expected. Bowen on the right, Fornals on the left, Lanzini in behind Antonio. Which I think Lanzini earned the right to after the game last week. He come off the bench and made a massive difference against Watford. Randolph has been added. Anyone that's seen the subs, Randolph has been added to it in the spare space from Diop putting up to the first team. So Areola, Randolph, Johnson, Fredericks, Krau, Noble, Ben Rama, Vlasic, and Yarmolenko. It's two teams not in form, two teams not playing very well. It's absolutely tipping it down. Centre forward, we were after playing up front in Dakar. It's going to be one of two things. It's going to be a very boring 0-0 draw, or I think there's going to be a lot of goals. The way both teams form, I know we've had a couple of wins, but we haven't played well at all in either of them. No, there is no Oko Flex. That is right. I think he's missed out because Ben Rama's back. I'd personally rather see him than maybe Yarmolenko, but first team experience and all that is what it is. Hopefully Diop steps up and has a good game. Brendan Rodgers standing there in the tipping rain. David Moyes sitting down. It does look horrible and wet out there. Everyone looks drenched already. West Ham to kick off. Attacking the home end first. Father Snowman, there's two keepers on the bench because Diop stepped up. Obviously, Zouma was in the starting lineup. said he was ill, dropped out. So they pulled Diop in off the bench to the starting lineup, so there was a spare space. Obviously, if it was a home game, you might have hoped an academy player made it, but you limit the number of players you take for an away game. So it makes sense for him to come straight up and in. West Ham kicked off, tried a long ball, played it straight into the chest of Ricardo. Lanzini just slipped over the middle of the pitch, showing how wet it is. Leicester bring it over the halfway line with Soyuncu. They threaded it through already, wide. Knocked in behind Soufal to Harvey Barnes. Chips up to the back post. It's just claimed by Fabianski. One ball there, split about 4 West Ham players. It was a clever pass from Soyuncu. Straight through Lanzini, Bowen and Rice. Harvey Barnes might have been offside for the second ball, but it was a poor cross, tried to stand it up to the back post and easily claimed by Fabianski. Souček chips it down the left-hand wing, looking for Antonio, who gets the better of Amati, stands him up. Tries to put a cross into the box, gets blocked, heading up and up by Ricardo. Only fires Souček, who tries to lay it off to Creswell and gives it away. However, a turn from Daka played it straight into Rice, and West Ham have it back on the halfway line with Creswell. Into Lanzini, into Fornals, clever flick round the corner to Souček, in behind the right back. Souček try and hold him off because he's not exactly a speed demon. He tried to win a throw in, but clever play from Ricardo, kicked it into Souček, and it's a Leicester throw in. Bit of a jittery start.
Here he is, here he is, here he is, here he is. Ooh, ooh.
Leicester thrown on the halfway line. Played back to Marty, who plays it back to Schmeichel. West Ham looking to put the pressure on. Marty into Tielemans. West Ham really putting the pressure on. But Leicester have played out. Bowen recovers it into Rice. Ref plays the advantage, or is he given the free kick in the end? Well, he has played the advantage. West Ham play on. Bowen is still down on the floor in the middle of the centre circle, and the ref may just stop it here. Dawson's put it out of play. It wasn't the best of tackles from the Leicester player, but as you may have seen if you're watching this, there is a player slip and sliding everywhere at the moment. I mean, you can't really blame Maddison for that. He hasn't really done much wrong. Bowen's gone for a slide tackle, and he's taken Maddison out, and I think the contact between them on the floor has left Bowen in a bit of a heat, stretching his leg out a bit. I mean, I'm not one to be cynical, but if players actually had proper shin pads on.
Oh, why do they have those little postage stamps? Unbelievable.
I mean, I'm not being funny. I remember back when I was at school, and you had the frigging, when we went to the shop, you went down your local sports shop to buy shin pads, you could only buy the massive things that you had to put over your ankle. Do you remember them?
Oh,
they had the ankle support and then the massive old solid, like thigh-high shin pad.
And you had those circle things on your ankles, those circle bits of plastic.
Ankle support. And then the massive old shin pad that went halfway up to your knee. And these days, I think they literally showed, was it last season or the season before? When, I can't remember, was it? Might have been Grealish at Villa. And he literally didn't have any shin pads. And they see him just like, and they had like a Lucozade box or something on the touchline. And he just like broke a bit of the cardboard off and shoved it down the front of his sock.
Unbelievable. It's always like, was it Steve Claridge used to have his feet, his them rolled by his ankles. No shin pads at all. No shin pads at all.
Oh,
who's winning the suit?
Fabianski long down the touchline, looking for Antonio. Takes it under well. It's got a bit of luck. Leicester recovered it. It's played back to Marty on the edge of Leicester's box. Squares it across to Soyuncu. Soyuncu to Amati. Amati into Tielemans. Leicester just slowly playing it round the back at the moment. Seems to have lost Russ. Long hoof ball up. Soufal lets it run, and it's a West Ham goal kick. Straight out for West Ham. It's been an interesting start. I mean, the rain isn't helping. Neither team looks particularly, I don't know, energetic at this moment in time. Leicester putting the pressure on from West Ham's goal kick. Dawson just launches it forward, looking for Antonio. Antonio nearly gets a run on Southampton there. Southampton tried to go over the top. I'd pick the Bengals, but I think it's probably going to be the Rams. To answer that question. Leicester seem to be quite content playing around the back, but rush when they get further up the pitch. Leicester are putting the pressure on us when we have at the back. We're quite content to let them just do this pedestrian sideways passing, which we're normally known for at the back. They play it a bit further forward into Ricardo, but closed down by Creswell and out for Leicester throw-in. Leicester throw-in. Laid back to Marty into Ricardo, who ends up having to go back to Schmeichel. Schmeichel ends up pumping it long to the halfway line. Daka brings it under control, lays it off to Maddison, gets his pocket picked by Rice. Diop into Bowen on the halfway line. Bowen plays it back to Soufal, who just launches it up the pitch. Soucek wins the header against Southampton. Southampton's gone down, holding his face. And the rest blown up for a free kick. Two big early blokes going up for the header there, Southampton and Soucek. Just chipped up by Soufal. Yeah, he does catch him with a leading arm, Soucek, as he's gone to win the header. Southampton looks a bit dazed on the floor right now. Doesn't look happy. Stoppage in play as he gets checked out by the Leicester medical team. Nothing really in it. If two guys went up, but you have to jump with your arms, and Soucek's caught him. Ref's given a foul, nothing else. It's fair enough. And he's just being dealt with on the pitch at the moment by the medical team. He's sitting up now, Southampton, so you'd imagine that he'd probably get maybe a glass of water and a magic sponge. Might see a little bit of claret there. I think might have got a split lip from Soucek. I wasn't saying this can take the sting out of the game, but there's not really been any sting in the game at the moment. So I don't think either side would be too bothered by the stoppage in play. Definitely have got a split lip there because I just see him got a bit of blood on his shorts, and he just had a swig of water and spat it out all over the floor and it come out looking red. Most influential player on the pitch with Michael Oliver. It depends which Michael Oliver's turned up. Sometimes he can be non-existent, which is what you want, and sometimes he can be a bit of a Mike Dean. Schmeichel playing it long up into edge of West Ham's box, headed away by Soufal, won by Lanzini. Amati just beating Antonio to the ball. High boot, and West Ham get the free kick. That's going to be an interesting battle. Amati and Antonio. Amati not a natural centre-half, but given in Leicester's case, the lack of form from Vestergaard, bit of a Diop. Leicester's answer Diop at the moment. They dropped him for a holding midfielder. Diop, under the slightest bit of pressure, tries to clip it out to Creswell, played it about 5 foot over his head, and it goes out for a Leicester throw-in on the halfway line. Say what about Dawson. Dawson's kicking it long at centre-back. At least Dawson kicks it down the touchline. Lanzini's, however, picked it back. Clever play between Rice and Fornals on the touchline, plays it back to Dawson. This time Diop does pump it along and over the top, and Bowen could be in here. Bowen's in 1-on-1. Goal! What pitch? Is he onside? I think we scored. I think it's 1-0. It was a nothing ball over the top from Diop. It looks like Bowen's broke the offside trap. Let's have a look at the replay. Goes back to Diop. He's on. It's Daniel Amati on the touchline on the far side, playing him on. He gets the run of Justin and Sunch and takes a touch. Left foot finish. Bang, bottom corner. It's 1-0. I said about seconds before, Diop's last play would kick straight out of a throw. In this one, instep on his right foot, down the middle of the pitch. It's a run from right to left from Bowen. One touch on his left foot, bang, bottom corner. Bowen is indeed on fire, guys. I'm a bit stunned by that. Because it's literally almost like away at Leicester last season. Not as quite a high. That was obviously just the clearance from Creswell, but Fornals went on to and scored. But this was a side-footed long ball down the middle. And out of nothing, Bowen's giving West Ham the lead. Now, we said what would happen if West Ham got an early goal. How would Leicester turn? So,
yes! What a goal! What a clearance as well! Was that Diop?
Yeah, it was. That's what I said. I was a bit stunned, to be honest.
Diop.
I just ridiculed him for the pass just before it.
Diop has literally cleared that ball. And do you know what? Whether he's meant it or not, but it's gone, what, 60, 70 yards up top.
It's just a side foot, wasn't it?
Bowen has beat the markers, taken a touch on the ball, smashed it low into the bottom right-hand side. What a goal. I'm going to let you carry on, mate, because you're like a minute and a half ahead of me.
I can try and see if I can pause it if you want. Let you catch up.
Can you pause it?
I can try it. Let's see what I do.
Tell me if you can, and then I'll sort
Right,
it out.
I've managed to get it. What are you on?
10:57.
Yeah, I managed. I've got one at 11 minutes. So yeah. Right. I've got Leicester playing it across the back line at the moment.
What a bloody start from West Ham.
It is. If you go back and watch that, I literally just ridiculed him.
I was listening to you. I'd pressed pause on the YouTube channel, so you were in sync with me.
It was.
Go on! Jared Bowen putting pressure on the defence there.
It was a nothing ball. It was a clearance from Diop, this time on his instep, and it just was straight over the top. And I was a bit like, surely he's offside. But Daniel Marty, like I pointed out, is not a defender, and was caught deep marking Antonio. Bowen's made the run from right to left, and it was one touch, fantastic finish. One touch controlling, fantastic finish.
Hear the West Ham fans singing loud and proud as well.
But like we said on the preview last night, if we get that early goal, are the Leicester fans going to turn? They are not in good form at the moment.
People want a timer, so I'm going to see if I can stick a timer up. I'm going to try. Can't promise anything, but I'll try. Oh, big ball over the top. Fabianski comes out, though. Right, let's see. Just screen. Maybe that's smaller somehow. How do we make that smaller? That's ridiculous. How do we make that smaller?
Where's the tech wizard when you need him?
We do need the tech wizard.
Fabianski plays it out to Creswell. Creswell down the line into Fornals. Fornals tries to turn. I think he gets his pocket picked by Pereira as Leicester throw-in, taken quickly into Maddison, who goes all the way back deep in Leicester's half to Soyuncu to give Leicester a bit of time on the ball. Soyuncu into Ndidi, back to Amati. Amati closed down by Antonio, has to go back to Soyuncu. So we're on back into Amati on the halfway line. Looks to try and end up being forced wide to Pereira. Leicester just have a ball forward then into Maddison. But again, he's forced back. West Ham quite content to Leicester have it in their halves. Once they sort of reach the halfway line, they're going in to commit. Put a bit of pressure on. Leicester have got this very West Ham-esque slow left to right passing going on at the moment. Between the midfield and the back four, which West Ham are quite happy with. again with Southampton, about 35, 40 yards out from the Leicester goal. Justin brings it forward, switched it to Amati. Amati on the halfway line to Pereira. Pereira into Maddison, gives it away, or nearly gives it away to
Go
Antonio.
on.
Swept up by
Unlucky.
Amati.
God, they're
Justin
struggling at the back there. They're panicking in Leicester, aren't they?
I said yesterday, if we got the early goal.
Well, this is what we were saying. It's a valid point. We were saying this in the preview because we were actually saying that if we can actually do something we don't normally do, which is go and get the early goal, we put them under pressure, get the fans on the back of the team, and keep pushing from there. Be interesting to see the stats actually, to see how many times we've actually gone up this season.
It's from the halfway line into Ndidi, back to Justin, into Tielemans.
They're just trying to get a bit of possession now, aren't they?
Looking at Tielemans, they still haven't really gone anywhere. Into Maddison, who turns but gives it away to Creswell. Creswell inside.
Does well.
Socek back out to Rice. Rice keeping West Ham's half. Raise it back to Diop, who squares it across to Dawson. Dawson in at Soufal. Leicester putting the press on. Soufal back to Dawson. Dawson pings it up the park. Justin knocks it forward again. Soufal knocks it forward again. Ends up with Southampton on the halfway line. Southampton into the feet of Harvey Barnes. Looks to feed it across the Dakar. And across comes Diop, who wins the free kick. Good play by Diop. It was a good tackle.
Yep.
Knew he was going to get clattered, but made the tackle regardless. Covered his centre-back pair in Dawson.
DJ Rossi B is in the house.
Oh my God! What?
How's your internet going, Ross?
Why bloody Windows update? Yeah, why bloody Windows updates in it, and then like the other one down here.
10p in the meter, yeah.
Russ,
yeah.
How the hell do we make the timer come in when there's three of us on it?
He wants the timer.
You can't do it when we're all on.
It must be a way of how we can share it so it can be a fourth screen like this.
The only way, but that's going to be so big. So
making it the fourth screen. Do you know what I mean? So the same size as us.
Antonio on the front.
Unless I actually put my phone
scrappy at the back from Leicester.
Stared at a timer. It's ridiculous, man. They need to sort that out. It's such a simple thing.
Send him a message, Ross. Send your best mates a message and tell him to sort it out.
Well, yeah, that's why I did the other thing myself because it worked. But yeah, anyway.
Creswell on the line. Oh, he gets caught there. Rest played the advantage.
Go on, Fornals.
Fornals tries to cut inside.
Go on, son.
Cleared. Rice on the ball. Gets knocked out of play, and the ref will go back for this. Yeah, he's got the card out.
Right, okay.
Be a booking for Ricardo Pereira. It was late on Creswell. Creswell nipped it away from him.
We've got Super Davy Moyes.
One of your back four getting booked this early on is not what you need if you're a Leicester fan.
No. That's all I can hear.
West Ham have had quite a bit of joy down that left-hand side.
They have.
Definitely continue going down there now.
God, yeah.
Because he's now under an immense amount of pressure for another 70 minutes.
Yep. And he's a very good right back as well, so that's even better.
Just sort of limped away a bit there, Creswell, but he had a stamp on the foot. Gets played back. Dawson just feeds it back into Fabianski in his box. Fabianski pumps it up, looking for Antonio, but way past Antonio.
Looks so shonky.
Dawson, however, picks up the second ball, feeds it into Bowen. I tried to nick it around the corner. Given away, though, to Lanzini in the middle of the park. Feeds it wide to Fornals. Fornals held up by Ricardo Pereira. Back into Rice, back to Fornals.
Then ball inside to Lanzini.
Because it won't, because I put it so it's a top in it. So it's not in the middle.
Down before you can get a good one in. And it goes back to Rice. West Ham build again.
Sorry, mate. So I'm watching Anton trying to get this timer working. It's quite fun in the background. Oh, dear.
Socek tried to actually outrun someone and just ran off the pitch. Not really in his boxers tricks, is it?
Not his wheelhouse, really.
Marauding runs from Socek. Gets the thumbs up from David Moyes, though. I don't know if that was for Soucek or something else.
Come on, Davey. That's it. Where you got Super Davey Moyes?
Short throw in from Leicester, and then they just... Surely they ain't be happy with that, Leicester. Thrown in their own half. They've thrown it short, and then I don't know if it was James. I think it might have been Justin. Has just gone for the old John Smith's advert and put his foot through it and smashed it about 70 yards back to Fabianski.
Yeah. They had a stat that I think Leicester have let in so far this year, something like 60-something goals, and which is very unlike Leicester. But that's the trouble, isn't it? I mean, when their whole team, when they've lost basically their whole back four, really, for most of the time.
Soyunchen's back in defence today, but Vestergaard's on the bench, and they're really missing Johnny Evans.
Yeah. I think their season basically he went to a nothing season as soon as Fofana got injured, because he was like the main man, wasn't he?
And that was before the season started, wasn't it? That was the worst bit for them. I did feel sorry for them for that, because who does a scissor tackle friend?
Yeah.
Sprayed across the Diop on the left-hand side, brings it over the halfway line. Feeds it wide. He tried to feed it to Fornals and it's cut out. And Leicester look to come forward now. Off to give away from Diop. Inside to Maddison. Maddison into that Harvey Barnes. No, that's Dewsbury Hall. Back to Ndidi. Ndidi back to Soyuncu. Squares it again to Amati. Into Maddison, and you see how deep Maddison's having to come. How deep and inside.
He's got to go a long way back, innit? Long way back.
Didn't he supposed to be playing right winger of the front three? He's had to come back into the centre circle in the middle of it to get a touch on the ball.
Yeah.
Tielemans slowly creeps forward.
I don't want to say it, but we look comfortable. There we go. I've said it now. I've said it.
Justin on the wing. Looks to feed it in. Whoa. Harvey Barnes tried to snake through the West Ham defence there. I think in the end, Rice got a foot on it just to knock it back to... ends up inadvertently knocking it back to Fabianski. There's a good little bit of play there from Harvey Barnes. Picked a spot and he looked to try and... there you go, even more so. Rice gets a foot on it, kicks it against Dawson, and it goes back to Fabianski.
Goes back to the beginning again.
Leicester are starting to make some runs in behind here. Soyuncu tries to hook it. West Ham recover it on the touchline. Lanzini tries to play a 1-2 with Bowen, but it's very, very tight. Tackle on Soucek. He loses the ball. Tielemans. Big Beckham-esque ball over the top looking for Dakar. Sprint between him and Diop. And Diop shields it out back to Fabianski. Well played there from Diop. There's a test of pace from Dakar.
Yeah. But he's got longer legs, isn't he? So it takes two of Zaka's stride for one of Diop. So therefore, it doesn't have to look fast, but he just got to run.
Pass from Tielemans. Almost, that was almost like rolling back the years for Leicester, like Danny Drinkwater and Jamie Vardy.
Well, that was what we were trying to do the other day, weren't it? Sort of these dinks over the top to try and the Watford game particularly, and the Kidderminster game actually, dinks over the top, and it just not, it was doing the job there, but it wasn't seem to do the job anywhere else.
Launched up looking for Antonio. Soyuncu wins the header. Ndidi wins the second header. Lanzini brings it down. Looks to feed it wide for Creswell, but Fornals intercepts it, falls over and gives the ball away unless they come forward again. Dewsbury Hall wide to Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes into Tielemans over the top, and Soufal just ushers it. I think he was trying to knock it back to Fabianski, but safety first, make sure it's wide of the goal when it goes out for a Leicester corner.
Yeah, I think he was trying to. I think he just took an extra. Yeah, I don't think he knew exactly where he was. But safety first.
He did the right thing, though. He aimed wide of the goal. You don't want to aim it on target and then...
Exactly. Safety first. Safety first from Soufal.
But Leicester we've sort of retreated in since the goal. We seem quite happy to let Leicester have the possession. We're trying to play this counter-attacking style now, but probably been better staying on the front foot.
You watching the Super Bowl tonight, Matt? No, me neither.
Frankie's. I'm not watching it tonight. I might watch it tomorrow.
Just the highlights. Yeah. Frank's a big NFL fan, I remember.
Big head from Antonio. It's just the time. What time's the actual?
I think the program starts at 10. UK time.
Thought maybe 11.
Yeah, so I mean, it's going to be like, I don't know, go Rams. I think they're in it.
Yeah, it's the Rams and the Bengals. I think the Rams are the favourites, but I'd like to see the Bengals win. But, yeah.
And that's NFL
I've
chat.
lost him already. I've lost Russ already.
I don't know.
Creswell, long ball, and Creswell again flicks it out, and it's another corner to Leicester. Leicester starting to rack up a couple of corners here. Said they've come back well from the early goal, Leicester.
They have done better, much better. There are a few corners going on. You're totally right, Tyler.
Right, Dewsbury Hall looks to swing it in on his left foot. In swinger, right under the keeper, and I think it's Fabianski that punches it clear. Dewsbury Hall then comes back into the box again, but it's a tackle from Creswell. It's another corner to Leicester.
Need to clear it out a little bit more. The pressure is being ranked up totally by Leicester. That's for sure. Just laughing at Anton in the background.
I know he's played it short this time, looking for Madison, has then played it on to Tielemans. Headed up and out by Bowen. Hooked in again. Cleared by Souček. Flicked on by Antonio. Fornals then spreads it wide, and West Ham looks to counter. Declan Rice brings the ball forward. Really marauding run here. Big switching ball to the back post. Brought down by Fornals. Fornals into Bowen. Bowen jinks past. Shot blocked. Comes cleared. Fornals then swings it in. Cleared again. Souček blocks it. Diop wins the header. Souček wins a second header. Gone wide to Fornals in the box at the byline. Fornals looks to cut it back. Cleared again. Deflected. He's blown up. I think Leicester have got a man down here.
Pereira, man down at the back.
Mid-attack, the ref's blown up. Stop the game. Now, it's not a head injury, so...
Yeah, it's one of those weird ones, isn't it? I don't get it. He's already standing up, shaking his head, moaning. So it's one of them ones. He's taken a clatter. He's not happy with the decision. He just stayed down. And the refs decided, I'm going to blow up. Leicester played the ball back to West Ham. Gone to Dawson on the halfway line. Doesn't really benefit us when we had Creswell back to whip a ball in like 18 yards out there, does it? Nah.
Long who've ball up looking for Antonio and say that for a West Ham throw-in. It doesn't benefit the attacking team over there, does it?
No, and it's meant to, isn't it? It's
not a head injury, so you're not supposed to stop the game. The ref doesn't have the power to stop the game if it's not a head injury. Didn't require any medical attention. As soon as he blew up, the guy Pereira just got up shaking his head, moaning at the ref because he got out muscled by Diop. Went out for a Leicester throw-in, a West Ham throw-in. Leicester cleared it. It's wide with Fornals on the left-hand wing. Leicester look very deep in their shape at the moment. Everyone behind the ball in their half. Diop feeds it in Souček, flicks it around the corner to Creswell. Creswell holds the player up. Creswell trying to get down the touchline here. Looks to jink inside. Pereira, that's a bit free kick, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pereira tread on the ball and fell over under pressure from Creswell, and the refs giving Leicester the free kick.
Oh yeah, there's a bit of a shirt put in there, but not much. Not free kick worthy.
There's a bit of a I call it a bit of a Yarmolenko.
Yes, great shout. Great shout.
But the issue is they give it in the Premier League.
They do. And
I don't condone it in any way, shape, or form. But when Fabianski, when Yarmolenko went down, I sort of looked at it and went, you know what? If that was outside the box of the Premier League game, they probably would have given it. And lo and behold, here today, yeah, it's given. But you're like enticing and rewarding the players for doing it. Madison,
62% possession for Leicester. 62% possession for Leicester. 38 for West Ham.
Madison on the wing looks across it in, smacked it to Creswell. It's gone out for a Leicester corner. West Ham, we're used to it though. We used to give away possession. We're quite comfortable on it. Dewsbury Hall. Looking at tape.
See if this is crap.
And
It's all
The
right.
man down for Leicester, is that James Justin?
Justin, it is, yeah.
Justin's dead. Right, I'm gonna just drop out because I'm gonna restart my computer because my internet connection seems to be. I can only open this browser for some reason. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, they're making a sub. Leicester making a sub. Looks like.
Who's on the bench for Leicester?
That is. Let's have a look and see.
Is
Can't see it.
Is it? Let's have a look. Leicester's on the bench. Thomas, maybe. Luke Thomas. I'm assuming. Out of their subs, Vestergaard, no. Perez and Nacho, no. Lookman, no. Mendy, Albrighton and Chowdhury, no. So it must be Luke Thomas. The rest, I don't know why the rest on the screen now walking about. Michael Oliver. Justin, it looks like he's done. He's done for the day. He looks like he was holding his hamstring or the back of his thigh. He's off. Number 2 for number 33. Our drum roll says Luke Thomas.
Justin is off. Luke Thomas is coming on.
Now, I don't know which side Luke Thomas plays. Is that going to be a like for like, or is him and Pereira going to swap? Because Pereira has played left hand side.
Just see Brendan Rodgers writing in his notebook, West Ham are massive. Hey, Matt, if you could lower the picture on your back wall above the cardboard box, we could catch the match with the reflection.
No, can't get in trouble like that. Leicester corner, taken, cleared. Leicester forced all the way back to Schmeichel. Can't be Luke getting in trouble for that from YouTube. Hump forward, Soufal loses out in the header, but the ref has given the foul. Substitution with competing with Soufal for the header on the touchline, given unfairly. Has he given the free kick or just given the throw in? Given the throw in. Soufal down the line, looking for Antonio. Flicked on, back to Soucek. Soucek heads it on. Amati. Tielemans brings it down, gets his pocket picked by Fornals. Bowen goes on. Is that a foul on Bowen? It is. Another West Ham free kick.
He picked up a foul for that, yes, yeah.
West Ham play it quick.
Go on. Go on, Cressy.
For Fornals.
Go on, Fornals. Down the left. Plays in Creswell.
West Ham corner.
It's in the box. West Ham corner, yeah. Come on, you Irons. Irons.
First time in a while, West Ham had a bit of possession on the ball. You know, they've soaked up the Leicester attack for the last 15 minutes. Be a West Ham corner.
Yep.
Set piece goals conceded. Leicester are top of it this season, which means we ain't scoring one today.
Well, we were talking about that yesterday, Matt.
When the commentator puts it out, it's the commentator's curse, isn't it?
Go on, Diop.
Look for the run of Dawson.
Surprised Antonio's not standing on the keeper.
Oh, that's a big one out to the back post. Flicks over 4-nows. Drags it back wide to Creswell.
Creswell back. Oh, Fornals is tripped up and West Ham have gained a
free kick. Taken out. Taken out by James Maddison. What a toss.
Clever, just chipped it over him, and yeah, he does get taken out.
This is doable this time, is it not?
Pressure on.
We can make it look better. I can do another one.
Just by putting it in the middle of the screen.
Yours. Yours. But that's only because that way, so you can have it looked all proper for you. You wanted it all proper before. Yeah, that's easy enough.
Creswell for now, standing over it. That's going to be probably a right foot from Fornals, an in-swinger. That's actually outswinging from Creswell. Or bounce around in the box. Lanzini brings it down, plays it wide to Diop, lays it off to Bowen, whipped in, cleared again, booted up the pitch. Lanzini half brings it down. Dawson on it. Leicester end up bringing it under control. Wide to Thomas. Back in, all the way back on the edge of the box to Stoneton. Across to Amati. Back in. 1-2 between Amati and Pereira. Back across the inch. This is, you know what? I'm getting frustrated watching this, and I'm not a Leicester fan. They've got some players to do brilliant attacking play when they get the ball up to them, but and then Tielemans nearly gets his pocket picked by Fornals there. Madison does well to recover it.
Dirty
He gets pounded
Leicester.
out.
And West Ham get stuck in. Come on.
Dewsbury Hall wide to Thomas.
Oh my
Thomas
God,
wide to
they
Harvey
are
Barnes.
shocking today.
Harvey Barnes into
Wait.
Ndidi. That's just behind Madison.
Just
Pereira
miles
just
behind
about
him.
keeps it on. He's giving it away.
Oh my word, Tielemans. Was that not? Was it
And then that's
Tielemans?
another foul.
It was
This is what I
Tielemans.
say. Like, as a Leicester fan, it
Oh,
must be
Lanzini's
frustrating.
gone down.
Lanzini's been clattered by Tielemans. And surely he's now going in the book as well. Come on, ref.
Come on, West Ham.
Good point what Glenn says. That Leicester basically got no confidence. They look like a team completely shot. And I totally agree.
They do.
Yeah, Martin Tyler says he hasn't been the same player as he was last season, Tielemans. I think that's fair enough. I think it's a lot of the Leicester team the same.
What we were talking about in the game last night, West Ham ball kicks up. Ref,
Come on, if you've
He's not
kicked,
giving anything for that.
he's just kicked Antonio in the ribs. They have now stopped the game, or are they going to put it out are they putting it out? Michael's telling him
What are
to
you
play
doing,
on.
Schmeichel? No, don't play on, mate. He's down.
Hang on a minute. When your guy was down
We did it
and we
for
went
you,
in the
so
box
shut
attacking,
it.
the ref blew up for a free kick. Blew up the game to get the medical team on. Now you're trying to play on Schmeichel. Don't forget that, West
watch the score.
Ham. When they've got a player down later injured, don't forget that Schmeichel had no interest in putting the ball out to get in season.
He did kick him at the back, but it wasn't intentional.
Amati is backed into him and he's tried to volley it and he's just booted Antonio. Look, it's not intentional, Amati. It's just clumsy. That is a holding midfielder playing centre back that's not comfortable playing centre back.
Yeah.
He's got his eyes on the ball to volley the ball clear. Antonio's got in front of him and he's just full on volleyed Antonio in the ribs. And so Michael's just tried to play on.
Yeah, but I think we would have done as well. We would have done.
We didn't get to, did we?
We didn't get a chance. Yeah, but we didn't get a chance to. We would have played on, innit?
I'm just saying, like, don't expect later for that ball to be put out of play.
Yeah, we wouldn't do anyway. Yeah, he's got a good old kick up the back. Not the back side, but up the back.
Whilst we are waiting, there's a good prize from Football Prizes this week. It is a signed, framed London Stadium street sign by none other than Mark Noble. There are 65 tickets available. Tickets cost £3.95. The competition ends on this Tuesday, February the 15th at 7:30 p.m. I'll put a link in the chat and you can get yourself involved in that.
Leicester got the game back underway. Dewsbury Hall on the halfway line. Into Thomas. Thomas back to Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall falls backwards into his own half. Into Marty. Marty to Pereira on the halfway line. Pereira into Madison. Madison's had to drop really deep again to get on the ball.
Yeah, he's gone so deep, innit?
Lays it back to Marty. Wide to Dienshin. Into the feet of Barnes. He's come short. Barnes. Who's that? Wide to Tielemans. Into Pereira. Pereira cuts inside. Back to Tielemans. And a shot from difficult angle wider than near post. And it's very comfortable wide.
Yeah,
a lot of power behind the shot, but not much in the way direction.
There was no chance, was it, with that shot? No chance with that shot.
I mean, if it was on target, if he found that tiny postage stamp area, it might have been a very good goal.
Yeah.
But it'd be very difficult to find that area of the pitch, and he looks frustrated with himself, Tielemans, for shooting. West Ham goal kick. Babiganski pumps it long.
West Ham have had 2 shots to Leicester's 1 on target, obviously, with that goal. To Leicester's none.
100% on target success rate. That's what we like.
It's Fornals on the ball. Plays it back to Creswell. Ref plays the advantage with Rice. Rice into Lanzini. Back to Rice. Rice wide to Dawson. Sorry, to Souček. Souček lays it off to Sufal. Sufal falls backwards, goes back to Dawson.
Go on, Dawson.
Back to Sufal. Sufal closed down. Leicester keep the ball alive. They're in behind now, breaking away. Wide, back out on the wing.
Dawson's out there, but Sufal's come back to help him.
Back to Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes switches it out to Pereira.
Switches play completely.
Over the top for half clear by Diop. Back in the box
Diop.
shot. Closed down by Diop. And Antonio now looks to get West Ham on the counter.
Go on, West. Go on, Antonio. Go on, son. He's driving forward, but he's only up there himself, though. Just disperse it. Get rid of it. That'll do, Antonio. Good football from Antonio.
Back. Held up well there.
Good football.
And then Sufal again tries to get a pass. It's intercepted.
See,
see
what just happened there where Antonio backed off and tried. It's as if he was going to try and take a touch and try and spin around the defender. In those positions, just hold up the play. That's all we want you to do. Just hold up the play there. A shot from distance from Leicester goes over the bar. But, the hard work Antonio done literally 30 seconds before that. And then it wasn't him that gave the ball away. The ball went to him. But he let the defender step in front. Mm-hmm. And for me, when your back's to goals, the big man that he is, he needs to be able to hold that defender off. He can hold the defender off. But what he's actually trying to do is he's doing things that number nines that you would want a number 9 to do. But we want him just to hold that ball up there and allow other players to come into it.
Everyone a breather.
Yeah.
And then Harvey Barnes cut inside and had a shot from about 25 yards over the crossbar. And it's a West Ham goal kick. Played long. Souček doesn't win the header. Rice wins the second header. Souček again doesn't win it. Bowen clears it up. Sufal looks to Antonio. Antonio flicks it on to Souček.
Go on.
Souček really just trying to hold this ball in the corner. Looks Paul. He tried to win a throw in. Stayed on. He's won it again. Looking for Sufal. Hit it. Put it out for a throw in.
Who has some people are saying we've got an echo. Do you think?
Hello?
Do we let us know? Sorry, Souček has gone absolutely rubbish. Lads, please tell us if we've got an echo and who you think it is. I'll do a test. Anton is speaking right now. It's either me or Matt, they think. Matt, you go for it.
It could be me. I can't hear myself talking, so.
I can't hear it. I can't hear it from Matt, but.
Leicester on the attack. Pereira looks swinging from deep. All the way across the back post.
Great defensive header from Dawson. Great defensive header from Dawson. Russ, you can do some ASMR at halftime with your expensive mic. Russ is the only one without an echo. That kind of freaks me out a little bit, Russ.
All right, turns on some people.
Good tackle from Souček. Going out for a Leicester throw in.
Corner.
Leicester corner.
What?
Leicester whipped in. Cleared from Creswell. Penalty.
What?
Handball.
Why?
Handball
From who?
Creswell, apparently. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. No, that'll be VAR. Really?
Come off his arm.
Did he come off his arm? No, I think it'd be a pen.
I think it's a pen.
That's so
What's he doing?
poor. Like, they've not created anything in the game.
They haven't. But
and a minute before half time, he's completely misjudged the flight of the ball.
It's not that.
And he's put his arm up ready. He's just
to
which
get
he
leverage.
Do. His arm's in like a natural position where it is, but it's a handball. He's poor, Creswell. That's so poor. Completely misjudged the flight of the ball. And out of nothing, when they've been awful in this half Leicester.
Go on, Fabianski.
Right enough time to get back in the
Fabianski!
game. Yuri Tielemans, who doesn't miss penalties to take it.
Nah.
Team steps up. Bottom corner, 1-1. Fabianski dives the right way, but it's a fantastic penalty.
Yeah, good penalty.
And 30 seconds from half time.
Yeah, not what you want.
just
Not what you
given
wanted, it? Perfect for them, innit?
Like, they've been knocking on the door and not even knocking on the door. They've been like going towards the door and then walking away again. They haven't done anything in the game so far. And we've just given them a way back in the game. We just it's just awful from Creswell. Obviously, there's no intent in it, but it's just he's entirely misjudged the corner. Like, it's not even body shape's wrong. He's just in the wrong position. Misses the header and it comes off his arm. And the ref's there, right in front of him. Stonewall. He does no debating. Doesn't wait. Gives it straight away.
Nah.
And every right to do so. VAR won't overrule it because it's a penalty. Like,
it's clear and obvious, isn't it? Really, it's when
3 minutes injury time. So frustrating.
Dawson knocks it. Soufal clears, charged down.
Get
Dawson
out.
clears, charged down as well. Harvey Barnes sprinting in on Soufal. Oh, that's a dive. Get up. Plays it long. West Ham needs to get to half time now because Leicester have now got the tails up.
Yep.
Leicester on the attack again on the left hand wing. Dewsbury Hall knocks it back to Ndidi into Tielemans. Tielemans knocks it around the corner. West Ham pick the pocket. West Ham looks counter attack here with Antonio.
Go on.
Antonio running at Amati. He's taking him on. He's looking for support.
Go on.
Chipped it over to the back post. Ref.
How was that a foul?
He's gone. The defender, Antonio stuck 3 players in. He's got to the left-hand top corner of the box. And he's looked up and he's lofted a ball to the far post to look for 4 hours. And I don't know who's making the recovery run for the defender. But essentially just dives past 4 hours, who's nowhere near him, doesn't even touch him. And he's just... There's a free kick to Leicester. West Ham now all of a sudden coming to life again, which I don't know why they couldn't have done this for the rest of the half. Long throw in, lost the second ball. Leicester now looking to counter over the top. Soufal lets it go out for a throw in. Soufal is looking to wind it up down the line. He should just play it back to Dawson. It was a free, but yet finds Antonio. Hooks ball up and over the top, looking for a deep run for 4 nows. Amati gives away the second ball. He's switched out to Rice. Maybe one last push from West Ham in this half.
Go on.
Hit it! Oh, no!
Creswell, that is...
Too many people.
Awful. You had the chance to put us back in front there, Creswell. 4 hours on the left-hand side, cuts it back intentionally to Creswell on the edge of the box. And... he has all the time in the world there to pick his spot out, Creswell, when he missed it.
To be fair, Lanzini as well.
Lanzini doesn't even expect, doesn't have time to react to it.
No.
I mean, you can't exactly say Lanzini's blocked it. Lanzini's about 6 yards wide of the post.
Yeah.
And it hit Lanzini, who tried to control it as he went past him. It's just...
half time.
Frustrating.
Half time.
You know, that is the only word I can give so far. It's frustrating.
But it's been frustrating for the last 3 weeks, though. Last couple of games, isn't it? Just so frustrating.
We started well. Then we went into this game plan that we do of regressing and letting them have the ball, which was working. In fairness, it was working. We weren't creating enough on the counter, which Moyes won't have been happy about. But
no,
we reduced them to long shots outside the box, none of which were on target, and then just a stupid mistake from Creswell. I'm not gonna. He's jumped up to edit. He's literally missed it, and the arm was sticking out here. He's just hit him on the arm, and it's cleared. The ref was straight away penalty. which it is. It's a handball. I think, was it Daka and Didi was like right behind him that would have got on the ball if Prezol hadn't touched it. So can't argue with the decision. It's just, even at the end there, the penalty brought us back into life.
Yeah, I think what's frustrating about that is the fact that, when you go 1-0 up away from home, very early doors, and like you said, that nothing really to write home about from both teams, to be honest. But to lose a goal like that, a penalty like that, is frustrating. It's really frustrating. And at the time, you can't argue with the penalty long dark tunnel. You can't at all. But it's just the fact that when you concede it, because what that will do then will give the opposition a bit of momentum. Brendan Rodgers will be going in there, will be talking to all the lads, he'll be saying, listen, we've got a chance to get back into this game again. And now it's a chance for David Moyes to hit our team in there and hit the reset button and kind of start fresh. And in actual fact, this is what I would be doing if I was David Moyes. I'd be treating this game like we're 1-0 down. And you know what? This is the kick up the backside you need to kick back into gear, because we're not used to being up early doors, are we?
No, you're right. You're right. And you're totally right, because it's almost like we are sat, where usually we are usually 1-0 down, we end up having to score 2. The fact is, it is 0-0 type thing. It's 1-1, but you know what I mean. It's sort of like it starts at level playing field, and indeed that may give Moyes the just scoring just for a half time.
The only thing positive side we got is that we're normally a second half team.
Yeah, we are.
Normally we're like chasing a 1-0 deficit at half time. Like, come on lads, let's get it going in the second half.
Yeah.
And even then, the last couple of minutes of the half, Prezol should at least be hitting the target with that shot.
We should be, yeah. There were so many bodies through it, though, wasn't it? It was so many bodies.
That was my thing. If he'd hit it on target and he hit defender or centre forward or whatever, got blocked, then fair enough. But Lanzini wasn't in the path of the goal, and it's hit Lanzini. Like, it wasn't on target in the slightest.
But
why did it take Leicester equalising for us to then get to that point where we've gone, well, we better go again? Like, had we continued in that vein for the rest of the half, we could have been comfortable by this point.
Easily.
What?
I can hear the I can hear the feedback from you, Matt. Actually, no, sorry.
Let me just turn. I can turn Matt's thing down here a little bit. There you go. But yeah, no, I know what you mean. It's just frustrating, isn't it? Because like we've let them. After when we scored early, and then it seemed like they were just playing it. There was nothing really happening, and they had a little bit of momentum, and it just snowballed. And you knew the goal was going to come, but somehow, because it was corner after corner after corner, and it's like it's just frustrating because they literally.
I wasn't even that worried with the momentum because, like I said, they weren't doing anything.
Yeah.
Like I can remember, and it's probably from both teams, 2 chances in the half.
Yeah.
And it's the goal. Of any real note. We had that Creswell chance at the end that he shanked wide. We had the possible 4-nows that when he could have brought it down, but given a foul against him. Harvey Barnes had a shot from 25 yards, was wide. Tielemans had that shot wider than near post. It's only really 2 proper chances, and both have gone in, but one of them we've just absolutely gifted. It was.
It's just frustrating, isn't it? Because this game is easily for the taking, and now Leicester have got that goal, they might have a bit more momentum now because they've got the goal behind them, they've got the crowd behind them now, where the crowd are on their back, and we saw Tielemans misplace some passes, and we saw it looked a bit shaky at the back, and obviously they've got Amate, not a central midfielder at centre back really, and. They were for the taking. Now it's just going to be. It's going to be a great second half for the neutrals. Fucking annoying for us, but it's going to be a good. Hopefully, both teams think they can go and win this game now.
It's just. Like I said, frustrating that sometimes, even though Moyes has come in now, it still seems to be sometimes that we have to concede a goal before we start playing well.
Yeah, I mean, it was only really the first sort of bit of the new Moyes era that we were so defensively strong. We were nicking games 1-0. Then, to be honest, towards the end of last season, and then it continues this season, we have been more shaky at the back, but we've got the firepower to get us out of jail most times.
I've just seen that handball again. That is actually just stupid from Creswell.
Yeah.
First of all, I said he was unlucky. It's not. And they've just shown it again. And he actually jumps up with his arms And then when he realises his head isn't going to get there, he throws his elbow into it.
Yeah, as Dan said, moronic, nice word. Good word, Dan. From Cresswell handing a plate to them, and now they've geared up for the second half when they've barely offered anything.
The way they were playing, he was better off letting it go.
He was.
The guy was probably, well, I'm not saying he would have missed from there, but the way they were playing.
He hit his arm, then he pretends to hit it. It's like...
he actually sticks his arm out, though. If you watch in a second, you'll see he actually goes to head it, realises he's not getting it, and he flicks his elbow at it.
Yeah.
So I can't defend him. And not being funny, in this modern day and age, what's he doing? Like, things I want to say he might have got away with in the Championship, but he wouldn't have, because the ref was literally there and was like, hang on. It wasn't a VAR job. This was literally stonewall in front of the referee's face.
Yeah.
I'm not going to reach it. I'll throw an elbow at it. The problem is, even if it was Championship level, like, the ref's seen it, and in the Premier League, even if the ref doesn't see it, VAR would have been all over that in an instant. Handball.
Definitely.
But you need to come have a look at this. Right. What is he there? He's got his arms here, and then he literally goes, flicks his elbow at it.
Yeah, no, he is. It's just a bizarre, you know.
But then we started playing better, and we had the last chance of the half. Like we started getting that way.
I think that was more. I don't think that was as a result. It was more, you know, circumstance.
No,
the ball was
we
there.
always seem to play like it takes a goal for us to get going. Like not necessarily scoring a goal. It quite often takes us conceding a goal to get going again.
Yep. Mike says we need to gain control of the ball. We certainly do. Mandy says, judging by, I think that's Cress's quizzes. I don't know if he does any quiz, but if he does, I think it means Cross. He isn't the sharpest. But I think by his quizzes, okay. Oh yeah, in terms of you're all right. So I do apologise, man. You meant his quizzes when he does the things on YouTube channel. Sorry, that makes sense. I do apologise. You're totally right. Yeah, maybe not the smartest, but there he is. We must be the most frustrating team on the planet to watch 99% of the time. We certainly are, Richard, and that's why we support them.
Leicester be up there because they haven't had a great.
They're pretty. Yeah,
we've given them 60% of the ball and they haven't done anything with it.
62%.
And to get back in the game, we've had to give them a spot kick.
Yeah.
You know, we physically gone, look, you're struggling here. We're going to give you a way back in the game. Have a penalty.
Have a penalty.
Which you don't want to do because, like I said, Leicester have got good attacking players.
They do.
You don't want to give them that bit of confidence and the opportunity because they've got the quality to hurt teams. They've got no confidence.
At the end of the day, as you said, I think it's finished the first half, 60% possession to Leicester, 40% West Ham, 4 shots for Leicester, 3 for West Ham, both 1 shot on target, 5 corners for Leicester, 1 for West Ham, 6 fouls for Leicester, 4 fouls for West Ham. And just to put a smile on your face, Tottenham boss Antonio Conte has said we have to remain calm and realistic. There we go. Just wanted to say that. The performance was a good one. He said the performance was a good one. They lost 2-0 to Wolves, but the performance was a good one.
I don't know about the game. I didn't see the game, but I know the goals were
brilliant.
I put them in the group chat.
Absolutely brilliant.
Both of them were like an absolute shambles. That was like watching prime Pellegrini defending.
Yes.
Both the goals.
Yeah. English Yardy says, Souček looks sluggish. We gave this team life. We did need to pressure those fullbacks to ease them out there. It's annoying. I think Souček naturally always looks sluggish. Just the way he holds himself. I think sometimes I always think he looks knackered, but then he goes like on a 30-yard run.
I know what he means. It's like there's a couple of times he got past the defender and you're like, I'll run. But
yeah,
he's not one. He isn't an explosive player. Like, he's not an explosive sprinter. He's not. But his thing is that he'll just run all day. He's like the Duracell bunny. You set him up to that like medium pace and you just let him go and he'll go on that pace up and down all day.
Yeah, consistent.
But because he never accelerates, you don't think, he looks sluggish. Well, no, it's just the speed he runs at.
But then he still covers
15 kilometres a game.
Yeah, exactly. It's just he's always on one speed. Which is consistent speed.
It's like an old tractor. You got to gear it up to get it going, but once it's going, he runs all day. Like,
Russ, can you do some halftime ASMR eating a couple of chicken wings? No, because I've already had my dinner, Frank. I do disappoint. I made sure I had dinner ready and cooked and ate before kickoff. You see, considerate,
Oh, let's
considerate. Cooked a for anyone who's interested.
What
Cooked a
was dinner,
lovely,
David?
cooked a lovely carbonara from scratch.
Oh,
Obviously,
very nice.
lovely carbonara.
No roast dinner.
No, I wanted something quick and easy, so I cooked a carbonara. And I had it. I tried it with gnocchi today. I felt a little bit fruity, which was very nice. Mrs. Bunn just had linguine, and but it was very good. She likes that. It's you know, my little speciality. So one of many, but they're fed, so that's good. Luke says we need a bit more intent. Well, we need a bit more intent for weeks, it seems.
As I said, at the end of the half, them last like 3 minutes, you saw
Yeah.
like we were getting forward again.
Yes, just
But,
little too late.
You know, it's just it's the history of the West Ham. To coin the old Chiellini, it's the history of the Tottenham. We have to concede to then start playing. It's just like you said. When Moyes first come in, especially when Dawson first come in around that time, we went on a run from like when we signed Dawson like November to February, where we were just cranking out clean sheets. It was like 1-0 win, 1-0 win, 2.
That's the one thing about this side. It's like it just seems maybe it is the lack of consistency of a good centre back pairing. I mean, obviously, Zouma obviously was meant to start,
and now doesn't exist.
Yeah, I mean that will never exist again. That partnership, in my opinion. And so, I mean Dawson and Zouma as the pairing there today. Maybe we would have seen some more solidity, but I mean, it was a penalty. It wasn't like it was in open play. It was a penalty. So,
and it wasn't like they were getting much in the way of open play. You know, I think the one clear-cut chance, or even half chance they had inside the box, Diop actually blocked. You know, he didn't get the best clearance the first time, but he threw himself in the body the second time to get the second clearance.
As Lee says, we're still massive over land and sea. Doesn't matter. Still massive. Such a scrappy game.
We need to make sure we don't. I think it's to make sure we don't lose today.
We need points. We need a point. We need
Given the way the other teams have gone around us.
Yeah, it's an opportunity.
We need to win.
Yeah,
but at the same time, a draw wouldn't be a disaster.
No, a draw wouldn't be a disaster. We'd be on 41 points. Man United game behind would be on 40 points. Arsenal 2 games behind us, or 3 games. Sorry, they got 39 points, and then Wolves have got 37 points, 2 games behind us.
They're the team that sort of come out of nowhere.
They're the team that have come out of nowhere. Yeah, you're totally right. And Spurs, 22 games played.
I think ever since they beat us,
points. Just energised them, innit? Just energised them. WHU58 says Creswell's handball seemed like a reactionary Tourette's move. It did. He sort of like, what a shit tick to have. If that was you.
It is a reaction thing, isn't it? It's like, I don't let the ball go past. But then, like.
No, exactly. And then it goes past. Frank Butcher could murder a KFC bucket. The only place where it's acceptable to eat as for bucket. Do you use cream in the carbonara? Of course, creme fraiche. Thanks for your concern. Martin had roast chicken and veg. Good, nice. Fancy name for bacon, pasta and cheese. And mushrooms. Thank you very much, Mandy.
Got to get the healthy bit in there as well.
And chicken in there as well. So there it is.
Chicken
and actually, I did put a bit of asparagus in there as well, chopped up, just for a bit of greenery.
Getting fancy there, Ross.
Getting very fancy. Although I did have a whole
Michelin star there, chucking the asparagus in.
Although I did have a whole wedge of like Gran Padano cheese in there, so yeah, it was very cheesy.
Forget about that. Get to like grate that up.
I grated it rather than bought a packet. I grated it. Makes a massive difference. Frank had roast seagull, shot one in the garden earlier. Nice to see. Good to know. 25 minutes. Take the breasts off, and it'd be lovely for that. Give Benny 25 minutes if needed. Well, I think the game, if it stretches out a bit, now it's the right time to put Benny on.
I would say the last 25 minutes would be a time to bring him on.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a great shout by Mandy.
If we're still leaving 25 minutes to go.
Hungry. We cannot settle for a draw against poor Leicester. Well, I don't think we should, but if it's not the end of the world if we get a draw.
No, that was the point I was trying to make.
Yeah.
We need the win, however, the draw isn't a total disaster.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Eating out of a bucket is the best, says Frank. Fair enough. Bargain bucket. Christmas dinner for Hornswoggle? Really?
Oi, Savaloys!
Asparagus, stay away from that, Russ. Stick the room out. Yeah, it makes you wee smell, doesn't it, asparagus? NWO's having a Turkish. Having a kebab. Fair play. Nice one. Looks like just better get back on.
I've given up on the timer.
What we having a mixed cheese here?
Yeah, what's going on, NWO?
Lars,
Yeah,
mixed
mixed
cheese.
cheese. A nice one yesterday. Oh, yes.
About to kick off.
Because I was out on Friday night. Went for a curry with the boys on Friday night.
You went at curry down Latin.
Yeah, down Latin. And thanks to Gary, if Gary's in here, because Gary bought me a drink via the Weatherspoons app. Thank you, Gary.
Did you go on and ask?
I said I'm at the pub and I'm at Weatherspoons, and then Gary went, "Where you?"
Did you get any
no
of peas or milk or anything?
No, he says, "What's your tipple?" And I said, "I'm just on the Diet Cokes." Gary, and he's private messaged me, "What table number?" I went 21. Why? And then a minute later, pint of Diet Pepsi turned up. So thank you, Gary.
Nice.
There we go. Very nice of you indeed. I prefer a
That
donut.
kicked off. Oh, you've kicked off. Let me refresh my screen.
Oh, I've kicked. Yeah, I'm 28 seconds in on that website. Yeah,
I was on a
because I came on really early. I came on, mine was like 5 or 10 seconds ahead of you all anyway, didn't we? Not pressing those full
I'm on 30
indeed.
or 40.
43, 44.
42, 3.
Yeah,
A bit further in
so
front.
Leicester on the attack through the middle. Tielemans.
Who's
Barnes on the end of the 18-yard box picks the ball into the middle. Cleared from Diop. Straight to the Leicester players. Shoot into Rose Ed.
3 points.
Way.
West Ham clicks will be happy because that's taking down the
wide and I'm
Leicester.
handsome from Madison there.
Yeah, that's a West Ham
It's a good
clips.
move, a chipped in ball. I mean, Diop done well to get something on it, but no one else on the edge of the box tucking in, and Creswell just throws himself in front of Madison, meaning Madison has to lean back on it, and
Yes, Frank, garlic naan. I was in bits on Saturday, I tell you. And all of us who had lamb were in bits on Saturday. Wasn't nice.
Proper,
Anyway.
I love a curry. Oh, bit of a mix up at the back there. Bloody hell.
Nearly.
Schmeichel came out for it, but the defender tried to clear it. Oh, it's gone out for a West Ham throw in. Big mix up there between
this is what we're saying about pressing the back line. This is what we were saying about, pressing the back line and getting it at them, because that's the sort of thing that mix up in defence and end up sticking it out for a throw-in.
Defo.
Soufal's going to wind one up here. Looking for Soucek.
Soucek wins it again. And he gets it on the edge of the box. Lanzini collects the ball, feeds in Declan Rice. Plays out Fornals, out wide to Creswell. Fornals goes with him. He collects the ball. Tries to play a neat ball through to Antonio, but Leicester collect. And try and play the ball out from the back. But well one back from Diop. But then no one wins that second ball. Good header from Dawson. Declan Rice. That's good, confident defending there from Diop. Beautiful play from Deckers down on the byline at the left.
Let me know, Frank, where it is. Thank you. Best carries out in Romford. Let me know.
Was it not the Queen Vic, mate?
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't Pat do a good one? Now, what's the one in EastEnders? There was a curry house in EastEnders.
Oh, what a tackle from Diop.
Well played, Diop.
Big tackle from Diop.
Good tracking back there from Howard Bowen. He's played it out wide to Creswell's coming over the halfway line, attacking down the left-hand flank. Creswell still on the ball. He's going to ping the ball into the box. It's cleared from Leicester onto the edge of the box to Lanzini. He plays in. It's Fornals now. Fornals on the edge of the box, tries to cross it and goes out for a West Ham throw-in.
Get on your ends.
Lively start from West Ham. Start this second half.
Yeah, come out the blocks, haven't they? I think Leicester tried it as well, didn't they? But I think we've just dominated a little bit more of the opening exchanges of the second half.
Yep. Diop. Dawson in the centre circle.
West Ham actually managed to keep a hold of the ball from the throw-in.
Dawson goes long.
Switch to the far side.
Soufal does really well. Plays a neat 1-2 there with Soucek. He's got the ball again. He's going down the right-hand flank. Big tackle there from Barnes, but Soufal keeps it. He's been fouled now, and West Ham have got a free kick. That'll do.
That'll do.
I think you got frustrated there, Dewsbury Hall.
All right, Frankie boy.
I think he thought he got fouled the first time by Socek. No, sorry, by Soufal when he ended up almost playing an inverted 1-2. I think Soufal had a little grab and he stopped. He obviously then tracked back and fouled him on the return.
So foul, big cross it in, cleared from the Leicester defender.
Oh, that is not a big crossing.
Lanzini
not
comes
big
to collect
first
and he
man.
wins it and he does well.
Well played, Lanzini.
Decker's now in the middle of the park. Fornal's out in the good ball there through to Antonio. Oh, that's a ball in! Oh my word!
Oh.
The ball just trickles in and it finds its way to Bowen, who's pretty much on a penalty spot, and he shoots and it's absolutely blocked from the Leicester defence.
I mean, he's about 6 yards out, wasn't he?
The ball just trickled to him, didn't it?
It did. It P-rolled. P-rolled to him.
No
Absolutely
pace
P-rolled
to
to him.
get got
Good
away
one
early.
from Antonio, but it's cleared from Leicester. Sorry, Matt.
Yeah, it was just there was no pace on that ball, was there? It just trickled back to Bowen and gave the defence all the time in the world to set up to get a body in front by the time Bowen pulled the trigger.
Declan Rice plays Sofao at the right. Plays it back to Deckers again. He's calming down a bit of the play. Sprays it across to Diop, who plays it to Lanzini, sitting deep. Out wide to Cressy. Lanzini's gone with him. He collects the ball. He's gone down the left-hand flank, finds Fornals. Keeps a hold of it, plays it back to Creswell. And it goes out for a Leicester throw-in. Poor. Come on, West Ham.
Sloppy West Ham. Gave that ball away under minimal pressure.
Diop. Will do.
Going back to Stoneton. Balls backwards to Amati on the edge of the D. Wide to Pereira. Back to Amati. It looks like they're setting up for that long ball again. It looks like they're trying to do. They're just going left to right, looking for someone to make a run in behind. They can just launch it forward. There we go. Stoneton launches it. Harvey Barnes on the outside of Suchek. Oh, sorry, Soufal.
Soufal stands up to him, but he gets by him. Oh, that'll do, West Ham. Good defending. Oh, well done, Soufal. Get rid of it now, mate. And we've won a foul.
Advantage ref is
a foul. A foul.
Not the sort of place you really want an advantage, to be honest, is it?
Not at all.
Being tackled, nicked inside your own box.
Yep. 52 minutes gone. Leicester City 1, West Ham 1.
Lofty forward, Southampton with the header. Dawson loses out in the second one. Soufal then gets battered forward. Very scrappy period of play here from both teams. And again, Leicester look like they're trying to set up for that long pass in behind. Falls back to Michael.
There he goes.
Southampton long forward again. West Ham deal with the first one and the second ball. Not the third ball though. Brought down by Ndidi, Tielemans.
Tackled by Bowen. Great tackle. Superb tackle from Bowen. Tracked all the way back to his own box.
West Ham trying
to brilliant tackle from Bowen.
Fantastic.
Oh, great from Soufal. Oh, go on, Bowen. Unbelievable. Oh, unlucky.
Too much in it.
Go on, Antonio. Penning West Ham in Leicester. We just cannot get any sort of counter attack going. Every time we sort of clear the ball, it's coming straight back at the moment.
Game has come alive.
Dewsbury Hall looks like a tidy little player.
Unsurprisingly.
Flattered. Harvey Barnes.
Absolutely are clattered.
Yeah, that number 22, Dewsbury Hall, looks like a tidy little player. I think he does. Come out of their academy.
Yeah. Superb tackle from Bowen. Had to win the ball clean there.
And for who was it? Harvey Barnes, and I think was he on the run? And he flattered by Dawson.
Yeah.
I think Bowen took them both out at the same time. But Dawson ends up in a heap on top of him. Free kick, an in-swing or an out-swing?
Who knows? I reckon it's going to be a Madison in-swinger. Nope, it was a Tewksbury Hall.
Good block from West Ham.
Let's clear it out. Oh, intercepted.
Looks for, again, Dewsbury Hall sweeps it up in front of Bowen. Pereira plays it wide Soonchen into Marty, and Marty back to Soonchen. Back to Pereira, cross to Marty.
West Ham pressing them up high now. They are playing the ball through their defence.
Leicester all of a sudden playing
off a little bit. Yeah. Sprays the ball wide.
Nice ball by
Barnes, good ball on the edge of the box. Skips by one player, crosses it in the middle, back post. Oh, it just goes wide. Thank God for that.
Thank God for that.
Should have been 2-1 Leicester.
Barnes has done really well. He's absolutely skinned Soufal down that left-hand side. And he sprayed the ball in to the back post. I don't know who that was. It just missed the tap-in.
Daka, wasn't it?
Daka.
Oh!
Soufal has to let him go.
Yeah, he does, because if he doesn't, he's pulling him down.
Once he beats him, it's inside the box. Soufal knows. If he has any touch on Barnes there, it's a penalty. Has to let him go. And Daka just doesn't follow it up at the far post.
Come, bit of luck now. Come on, that's our bit of luck. Let's make it count.
Got their tails up.
Well, Leicester on the attack again.
Second ball, innit? They keep winning the second ball.
That's the issue, innit? Barnes down the down the left-hand side. Oh, great tackle from Lanzini. Helps the team out. So Foul's giving that ball away again.
There's no out.
Madison. Centrally. West Ham got bodies back.
Didi.
Tielemans.
Pereira.
Back to Tielemans again. Big ball into the box. Back post. Finds Barnes, chests it down. He stands up to Soufal, crosses the ball in. Daka! That's a good goal.
That's a good goal.
It's not even Daka.
Pereira. Shocking defending.
Bloody. Wait, do you know what? Sorry, lads. We are struggling with Barnes. We can't
That's Creswell again. That is awful defending.
Mate, we can't handle Barnes. And that's the wrong side. It's Soufal.
Yeah, but look where Ricardo's come in from him. He hasn't tracked his runner.
The right back. That's the right back running in on the left. So where's Fornal? Right. He's had a free run on Creswell.
Yeah, I mean, where's... It's letting get in front of him.
It's not great defensively.
Nope.
Sorry, lads, but Barnes is the one that's given us the biggest concern right now.
Yeah.
That they're getting so much freedom down that left-hand side.
It looks like Rodgers has told him to stay out wide in the second half.
Yeah.
So Soufal's continually tucking in, at which point Rodgers said to him, well, don't go in then. It looks like Rodgers or one of their training staff, assistants or whatever, said to him, look, if West Ham are tucking in and defending the width of the penalty box, stay wide.
Stay wide.
Oh, who's gone down, Lanzini?
Because
West Ham are on the attack with Pablo. Go on, Pablo. Go on, West Ham. Creswell plays it back to Fornals. Crosses the ball in, takes deflection. Straight to the Leicester players who smash the ball up top.
And that's what you're going to get now.
Two really poor pieces of defending West Ham.
Oh, come on. Who's that pass to?
Controlling at 1-0. Two absolutely shocking pieces of defending, and it's 2-1 Leicester.
Barnes again on the left-hand side. Barnes on the attacks, coming inside the box, plays the ball through to Daka, clear from Diop. Bowen drops deep to collect it, plays it into Lanzini. Fornals, centrally, still in West Ham's half, plays it out to Soufal. He doesn't look comfortable down that right-hand side.
No, he looks totally short of confidence today.
Yeah. Rice, out to Creswell. West Ham just needing to calm things down a bit, so that's why they're probably holding on to the ball, holding a bit of possession. Dawson over the halfway line. He's getting frustrated because no one's
No one's
making a run
showing.
for him.
Like, no one
no,
is
show
showing
him.
for him.
Nah.
And all of a sudden, we're now got no confidence. All of a sudden, our confidence is shot on there, or they're the team on the up.
Yep.
And he sprays it wide. Is that Creswell?
Come on,
Feeding
Antonio,
Antonio.
Antonio needs to stop.
What are you?
He needs
Why
to get
is
in front
he
of
just
that
standing
defender.
and watching? What is that?
He needs to get
And
in
he's
front of the
pushed him over.
defender.
What is that? That is fucking Sunday League.
Yellow card.
Fullback's
Like-
absolutely appalling for us today.
That is absolutely
Yeah, they have.
awful.
Yep.
Antonio's unlucky to. Antonio's unlucky not to win the balls it's played into him. But then it's rolling out, and everyone just stands still. And Pereira, I think Pereira decides, I'm not letting this go out of play.
Yeah.
I'm going to win the ball back. And they all just stand and watch. And he wins the ball, and then Creswell ends up taking him out from behind. He's got no chance of winning the ball, and it's a Leicester free kick, and Creswell goes in the book.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, Declan Rice is going to go in the book here, isn't he?
Yeah, that's gone right into him
That's
there.
so poor. That's stupid. There's no need for that.
He
You're
slipped.
never winning the ball there, Dave.
slipped
Like,
over,
you're
mate.
never
I
winning the
think
ball there.
Yeah.
I think it's
No, he tried to pull out of that, Matt.
yeah,
he pulled
did.
out of it. Yeah, he
did.
slips. Don't. Yeah. That was a mistake. Yeah, because he's gone in. He's gone. Oh shit! Sorry.
Yeah, but once he's committed, you can't pull out that tackle. The way he's made that tackle, you can't pull out of it.
He slipped, man.
With a wet pitch,
Matt,
you can't
Matt,
stop your momentum
Matt,
there. Once he's
Matt,
committed,
Matt, he slipped, mate.
Calm down. He slipped. He slipped.
slipped.
Calm down. He slipped that one. Cresswell's on supporting. Cresswell's absolutely having a shocker. So is Soufal. But that one was accidental. It's absolutely pissed it down there. Points from losing positions. West Ham top. Come on. We must believe. We must
that's
believe.
contact first, mate. As soon as they talk about it.
Good clearance there from Diop. Finds Antonio. Hold up play. That's much better, Diop. Antonio. We have lost it from Declan Rice, but that's much better from Antonio.
He did the hard thing. Easy.
But now Harvey Barnes has got it. Sorry, Barnes down the left-hand side. Taking on Bowen. Dawson clears, but it's straight to the Leicester player. Barnes out on the left again. Crosses in from Leicester. Back post. And Fornals, no one's there, and Fornals has got it. Drives forward down the left-hand flank for West Ham.
Lanzini. What?
I know.
It really
They've
frustrates
done,
me.
they've done well to get out of that, though. They've done
They
well
have,
to get out of that.
They have done well. But they shouldn't be in that position.
Oh, and it's behind that time.
They shouldn't put themselves in that position. It's like, it really winds me up. They always give the clearly Cresswell and clearly Soufal aren't very confident at the moment. They're not very a good game, but they're like throwing pelters at them. So they're only going to fuck it up again and get even more out of it. It's just
Ready for this
it's
one.
easy
Ricardo's first Premier League goal since January 2020, also versus West Ham.
Yeah, that just, you know what? That's the sort of thing that if you didn't follow West Ham, you think was a made up stat.
Yeah.
But following West Ham, full well, that's just West Ham all over.
Leicester have played nice football and got the ball now down the left-hand flank again with Barnes. Barnes on the attack. He's confident. Skipped by Soufal, no problem at all. Dawson's cleared.
Just
so
hugging
Rice.
that touchline.
Yeah.
All he's doing
Look
is
how
hugging the
high and
touchline.
wide it is. We need to do that. We need to leave.
The commentators just said it's too easy to get the ball out to Barnes.
Yeah.
Too easy. That's all they're doing. That's all they're going to do is go down that flank now where Soufal is.
At which point you tell him, just mark him.
Well, at which point you take him off and bring on Johnson.
Yeah, it could be.
You can match him with pace. He's got no pace. Soufal hasn't. He's not quick.
Who's on the bench? Johnson and Fredericks.
Yeah.
Frederick.
Yeah, I mean, I'd take both.
You want to go pace,
off, to be
Fredericks.
Honest. Good point. Yeah.
If you've identified that, you said we've got to change it.
Looks like there's some movement on the bench.
Yeah, I just seen that there. Leicester just playing the ball along the back of the defence. They're happy to keep hold of the ball, gain a bit of possession.
Sub. Trying to see who it is. That Fredericks. Could be. I don't know.
Could be Fredericks. Is that Fredericks?
I'm just trying to see. Because it's like they haven't put the camera. I'm just trying to look at the. I was judging by the line.
He looks quite slight.
Yeah, so I thought it might be Fredericks.
Skinny.
Yeah.
Jared Bowen keeps a hold of the ball, sprays it across field to Creswell, coming over the halfway line. Creswell driving forward. Fornals has made a run, takes a deflection. He gets hold of it though on the left-hand side. Creswell's gone with him. Fornals has skipped by one player, skipped by two. He's kept a hold of it. It's gone down.
I'll give him a shout.
Leicester have got possession. We can't even get the second ball, but they've opened up a bit of space here.
Leicester on a counter attack.
And they're going to play it out to Barnes, obviously, because he's now on the edge of the box against Sofal. Tries to shoot, cleared from Sofal. Oh, well done, West Ham. Come on. Creswell now out on the left-hand side. Lanzini's dropped deep to collect it. He's getting a bit frustrated. I think it is Fredericks, mate. Souček plays the ball straight to the Leicester midfielder. Oh, go on, West Ham. Press.
They just play around. Like, we try and play around their press. We just give the ball straight away, but they just play them around like a press like we're not even there.
Barnes now again. Down the left-hand side, Barnes gets by Sofal. Not a single bit of problem.
Sofal sort of gets tucked on
the edge of the box. Goes over the bar.
Does it back to Tielemans, left-footed, over the bar.
Sofal is he's struggling, isn't he?
The pace of Barnes is killing him.
Sofal's coming off.
Sofal's off. Yeah.
And Fredericks. There you go.
It is Fredericks coming on.
I think it's the right decision by Moyes.
Yeah. About 20 minutes too late, I'd say. Why it's taking him 20 minutes to make that because as soon as pretty much after the first couple of minutes West Ham, it was all Leicester down that left hand side. Maybe I don't know. Maybe you thought Sivo could contend and he just couldn't. Barnes was on a level.
Schmeichel's got the ball. West Ham pressing. He's playing it out from the back. Plays it back to Schmeichel. Bowen's tracking him down. Big hoof up field. Down bounces. Diop gets in front of the player, Daka. Oh, Daka's played in. Oh, Barnes is going to get... Oh, he's going to... shot. He's been greedy, the Leicester player. Shot from distance. It's gone out. For a goal kick. That was Dewsbury Hall. I mean, I've got to give credit where credit's due to Diop. I mean, earlier in the season, he was actually having good games.
Yeah.
It's just for me, it came when we started having the injuries in the defence and he was playing with loads of different defenders.
Kieran Dewsbury Hall.
Russia never answered, Frank.
Oh. Will you be my Valentine? I'm married, so I'm taken.
There you go, Frank. Frank, there you go, mate. Look.
I do apologise. Don't unlike the video now. Unfortunately, I'm taken.
Oh, come on.
You've got to be careful, Creswell. He's already in the book. It's cheap foul to give away, and we just can't get on the ball.
Just can't get hold of any of it. They've come out completely different team. 30 seconds, 30. That's sort of just before half time they scored, and they've just come out like we tried for a little bit, but blew hot, and they've just gone cold again now. And Leicester have just controlled this second half.
Big spray ball over from Sonucho, but it goes out for West Ham throw in. What's the situation with the What's the Leicester defender that really had a bad injury? Fofana.
Fofana.
Did he come back?
No, I think he's back training.
No.
I think he's
But
So he's still
like
not-
March, April time. I reckon he'd be around.
He's still
Playing,
not playing
playing.
from that injury, no?
he started. Isn't he
No.
started like he's pre-season sort of thing now? He's sort of,
Yeah, I think.
because he started again because obviously he got injured during pre-season, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah, it was. He got a scissor tackle in the pre-season, didn't he? Like, was it cruciate
Yeah.
or something got done from it?
Something like that.
Oh, big hoof forward.
Oh,
not
it's just,
ideal.
what is the plan there?
No, there's no plan there. No plan at all.
No, any-
It's- Nope, no plan at all.
I mean, they do seem to have at least shored up that left-hand side.
Yeah, I mean,
Frederick's
immediately
coming on.
they've stopped playing it down the left-hand side.
Yeah. But damage is already done.
Yeah, two right.
And they're now just going to sit back and say, West Ham, what have you got?
Oh, they're clapping. I thought it was rain. 70 minutes gone. 71 minutes gone. It's Leicester City
Looks
2,
like
West
Diop.
Ham 1.
Leicester making a sub.
Looks like it. Do.
Who's that? Lookman?
I'd imagine it'd be Lookman.
Just to
Switch it. Look at Creswell. Oh, he's empty. He's got no one on him.
so poor West Ham.
Go on, Antonio. Go on, Antonio.
Go on,
He's won
Antonio.
it, and he doesn't even
Oh,
know
he's
he's won
still
it.
got it. Go on.
Oh, it does make me laugh, but he doesn't know he's won it.
Thank you.
Go on, whip it in.
God.
Oh, that is
sake.
Poo Bob. That is awful. Just put
Poorly.
it straight into the crowd.
Yeah. So Lookman's coming on.
Yeah, he's Lookman.
Madison off for Lookman. How many times Antonio do that? Says game over. Yeah, 4. He does, doesn't it? So the amount of time. I'd love someone to do a stat on how many times he loses the ball in a game. It must be a lot. It must be a lot. Someone said higher up, when was the last time we played good? And I can't remember, but we haven't played well.
Before the international break.
Yeah,
before the
well
break,
before
wasn't
then. Yeah, well before then maybe. Probably maybe even the Liverpool game or the Chelsea game.
If only there was a transfer window where we could eject some new players in, freshen the team up.
Yeah, but there's no one better. Apparently, no one better. So
If only one of them things called transfer windows was going to come around and
useful
we could
things,
get one or
aren't
two
they?
players in just to change things up a little bit.
Yeah, useful things.
Give us some squad depth maybe.
Yeah, or some options. Right, ball out wide, whipped in. Oof,
Nah.
that was almost a good cross.
The
Almost.
issue is with that cross is that he hasn't actually, in fairness, he hasn't actually crossed for a player.
Yeah,
He's just put it into an area. But they're now sitting.
But
They're almost like playing a 4-4-2 now, Leicester,
oh yeah. I don't mind if he puts it into an area as long as it's a good area he puts it into.
or like a 4-5-1, and they just put men behind the ball,
Yeah.
and they're going. If you can go break us down, go and do
Oh
it.
jeez, back past Fabianski, manages to get it away.
Because they know they can just sit deep now. We probably won't break them down, and they're probably going to be quite happy for us to put crosses in.
Antonio, such a
Because we would
bad
have to
first
commit,
touch.
like check forward to try and
His
get on
second
them.
touch is a tackle, says game over 4. That's brilliant. He's bad.
The thing is, right, and I generally mean this. Like, I've never. Maybe Aaron Lennon at Tottenham. He's the only other time I know a winger that can't actually cross the ball.
Yeah.
Let's not forget Antonio is a winger, right? He's more than 30% fault. But his actual ability to cross the ball, he's like genuinely awful. Like I'm talking about in the last 3 games. He's at least 4 times in the last 3 games found himself in that position.
The
And then
crossing,
just put it straight out of play.
yeah, I mean the crossing has been very poor. But it was on point, and last season was on point for Crest, wasn't it, as well? But at the moment, it's just.
I mean, you made one sub in 75 minutes, and that was a defensive sub, and we're chasing a game.
Yeah.
What's the plan, Moyes? This is when I do get frustrated with him, because he sits there, doesn't buy anyone in the transfer window.
Yeah.
Says, I'm not going to buy anyone for the sake of it. They've got to improve the team.
Yeah.
But you won't bring anyone on because there's no one to improve the team.
Well, the fact of the matter is, there's no point moaning about it now, is there? Because like we can't do anything about it now unless he gets free transfers in. So, but I totally agree, man. It's he's one of those things.
There's forwards out there that are free transfers.
Yeah, but there are. But he's never bought.
Even if they're like just a target man, and you give them pay as you play deal for 6 months.
Yeah, maybe.
Just so that if you do want to make a change, you've got something up there.
Yeah.
Like you look at London, Tottenham bought Llorente.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Because everyone has now worked out. It's taken everyone about 18 months. But everyone's now worked out.
We know that. We know that. He has,
he's got no plan B.
No, we know he's never had a plan B. We know that's the case. He's never had a plan B, really. But it just seems when it's a lot of our performances seem to be adrenaline based. When we're on it, and the team are on it, we're used to it. And I mean, there's a thing there. Goals between 76 and 90 minutes plus most of the season. We're third. 10 goals that we've scored in the last 15 minutes of a game, and so I don't know.
Can we get another one?
Can we get another one? Who knows? I
mean, look, when Spurs were chasing it the other week, they had the ability to bring on Bergwijn.
Yeah.
Pasty winger that went and made a difference. I mean, what we can bring on Yarmolenko.
They just look a different team. Look a different team.
Even there, we can't.
It's the second ball.
I want to say we don't get any luck of the green. We've had no luck of the green for about 2 months.
Yeah,
but you have to earn that, and just
you do. I mean, the goal on Tuesday, it was luck. It was luck, weren't it? Really, it was like it took a wicked deflection. Yeah. So you do make your own luck, but yeah, we're just. This was made for us. This game.
But how many times have we said in the last month that we're not winning the 50-50s?
Or the second balls.
Second balls, yeah. It's the second balls.
Second ball, third ball, we don't win any of them.
Yeah.
Even the commentators saying like we're looking flat at the moment. We need that kind of energy boost.
We are.
Daka's made a run. Diop's stayed with him, no?
It's all right though, guys. Yarmolenko will be on in a minute. Don't worry about it.
Oh, Pablo.
They just seem to be.
Oh, they're winning every ball now.
That's what I mean. Yeah. But just momentum. Once you've got momentum, it's hard. Little dink over.
Oh. He's in.
Has Barnes moved? Has Barnes moved into the middle?
They've checked. They haven't played any out wide since he's come on.
Probably. He took Madison off, didn't they, and put Lookman on. So.
Yeah, literally.
He's a neat little player, isn't he?
Yeah, very good player.
Harvey Barnes, yeah.
Come on, West Ham. Oh, here we go. Double sub. Benny and Vlasic.
Oh, at least it's not Yarmolenko.
I don't know if it's Yarmolenko. I'm just making.
Oh, not Benny.
No, I don't think it is. It looks like it is Benny and Vlasic.
Looks like
is
Benny
it?
and Vlasic.
So what?
Definitely
We reckon
Benny.
Lanzini and Fornals?
It looks like they're the same height.
Go on, Antonio! It does so much.
That's what I said. That little bit of something.
Little bit of drops, isn't it? Little bit of drops.
Who's he going to pull
Not
off?
dropping our way, is it?
Going to pull off. Vlasic is coming on.
I'm assuming if it's Vlasic and Benny, it'd be Fornals and
Lanzini, innit?
And here comes Benny, but they've not showed exactly who. Fornals is one.
Fornals is off, and I imagine it'd be Lanzini as well, wouldn't it? He won't change the
formation. He ain't going to take off Bowen or Antonio. So.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
They've played it straight to Dawson.
Come on, West Ham.
Right, come on, Vlasic and Benny. This is your opportunity.
Let's see the magic.
We need something.
It's not
Come
a lot
on,
of time,
Benny.
to be fair, but
It's not a lot of time, and Leicester going to be shutting up shop, shutting.
They will. They probably will
shop.
last 10 minutes, Leicester.
Yeah,
shitting up ship.
shitting up ship, shutting up shop, which is not where it
They didn't really
suits
test them
Benny.
at set pieces, and they got the worst set piece record in the league.
You think you would just lump it in there, wouldn't you?
They look quite comfortable whenever we put a cross in
I
or we put a free kick in or anything.
I mean, it's almost like they've nullified Declan Rice today. He hasn't
Oh, well
seemed
done.
to-
I tell you what, we've won a
Well
corner.
done, Fred.
Well done.
Okay, Fredericks.
Well done,
I tell you what,
Fred.
Benny's done really well there, and he's played that ball down the
Yeah.
wing, and I thought it was going out. That's why I went like this, because I was going to put my hands in my head in my hands. But Fredericks got to it, kept it in, and hit it off the defender. And here we go,
Yeah.
set piece.
Can we actually test them from a corner this time?
Antonio is now standing on the keeper.
Bent right over. Antonio is.
Probably because he's massive. Oh, couldn't beat the first man.
Oh, they've slipped. Leicester players slipped. West Ham have gained
Yeah.
possession again. Vlasic. Benny. Down the left. Trickery.
Get it
And it's
in.
out for another corner.
Another
Come on,
corner.
West Ham!
Come on, Irons.
Build a bit of pressure.
Come on, Irons.
That's good from Benny. I mean, he's been out there on the left. He was out on the right a minute ago.
Yeah.
Go on, son. Go inside.
We build a bit of pressure, get a couple of corners going.
Go on, crazy.
Train of Dawson, Diop, and Socek out near to the box, ready to run in.
Big ball in. Dawson!
Very
Oh, it's a
well.
good clearance from the... Oh, go on, Benny! Oh!
Oh,
I don't know how close that was.
I don't know how close. I don't
I
think it was
didn't
that
look
close.
anywhere near close.
But it was a shot. Ball came in, very high ball.
I thought Dawson was going to win it, but it's good defending from Marty, and then no.
It's not roll Z.
Nowhere near.
It's maybe roll
Yes,
T.
D.
D.
D or E.
No, the angle of the bit, he's never going to get the dip on it from that
Yeah.
sort of.
It was instinctive more than anything, wasn't it? Shoyans. 8 minutes left plus injury time. Well, about 3 minutes
That's
injury
it. One
time. I
free kick
reckon.
there. What we can do? Take this quick, or are we going to pump this back up into the box again?
Pump.
Oh, we are going to pump it forward. Creswell.
Dawson, Suchek, right up top.
Bit of a high line from Leicester outside their own D, so they took the line about 25 yards out.
Well done, Dawson. Suchek.
Good flick on.
Oh,
That's a foul.
As a foul.
That's always going to get given. You can't argue with Socek. You're basically just bundled into him.
Yeah.
And they're not going to stay on their feet. I don't blame them.
Of course they're not. Kill me, Lions.
Lions.
Up to Michael. Daka heads it out. West Ham throwing. Needs to be a bit quicker here, West Ham. Clock is ticking.
Clock is ticking. Benny plays it back to Declan Rice. Just driving forward, coming in the centre circle over the halfway line. Plays it out wide. Crazy plays a ball down the wing. Finds Vlasic. He's in a good bit of space. Oh, Benny skipped by him. He's on the edge of the box. He keeps it. Shoots.
Have a shot.
Straight to
Straight
Schmeichel.
to Schmeichel.
That's all right, though. It's all right.
They've made
Yeah.
a bit of a difference, Ben Rama and Vlasic.
Yeah.
Vlasic is all of a sudden stretching the play like Barnes was for Leicester.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, unlucky. Deckers.
Get it up.
Lasic on the
Set
halfway
the
line.
ball.
Keeps a hold
There
of
we
it.
go.
Plays the ball back to Diop.
Well played, Vlasic.
Fabianski. Diop. Just on the edge of our 18-yard box. Finds Krezi. Krezi's going to play it back to Diop. And we're just keeping the ball now. Declan Rice sitting really deep. Centre-half position. Driving forward. Finds Fredericks down the right-hand side. Fredericks takes a really heavy touch. The ball goes out for a
very
Leicester
poor.
throw-in.
Very poor.
That is our game in a clip.
Yeah.
Just took his eye off the ball and put it out for a throw-in.
Exactly.
Benny wins the ball, plays into Declan Rice. He's got a bit of space in the centre circle. Coming over the halfway line, Benny's with him. Decker switches play completely. Don't know how it's found Jared Bowen, but it has.
Yeah. Don't think that was meant for him at all. Beats himself.
Jared bought it. And then Fredericks loses it.
Oh, Fredericks.
Now they're on the attack.
You don't get
Barnes.
that sort of time in the Premier League.
We've got two men. No one marking him on the left there. Cross into the middle. Cleared from Diop.
Good clearance.
Benny, nice
How's
touch
the
from
top?
Benny. Oh, Benny's
Oh,
giving
what are
straight
you doing
to
for
them.
the box?
Oh, you can't be doing that on the edge of the box, Benny.
Cross in.
So
Cleared
annoys
from
me about
Diop.
Benny.
By Diop. So, doing poor
Sancho.
touch. West Ham looking to try and win it back. Pereira's letting it run at the moment.
Oh, taking a deflection, and it's gone straight to the Leicester player there now inside our box. Lookman skips over,
But Diop
tries to
squares him off.
shoot. Diop does well to stand up against him, to be fair
He's
to him.
done. You know
Yeah.
what? Oh, you know what? He hasn't had a bad game.
Yeah, he's
No,
not
he
had a bad
hasn't-
game at all,
he
mate.
hasn't actually
And he's
played
actually
bad.
done really well defensively with that.
All things considering as well.
He's been-
considering.
Very reliable today.
Yeah.
If you'd have told
Yeah.
me two guys in the back four are going to have absolute stinkers,
You would never
Diop-
have said it
You
was.
never
wasn't
would have
one of
picked.
them.
Yeah, that's a great shout. Yeah, you
like,
never would have thought it'd be the two fullbacks. Here we go. Is our tactic.
Here we go, Matt.
Putting our,
Here we go, Matt.
Putting our striker doing the throw-ons. Matt likes this
Matt,
one.
your favourite thing? Your favourite thing, mate?
you know, I don't mind that type this though, because Antonio will launch it into the box.
And he has.
Right.
Straight to the Leicester
And what
player.
happens after?
Straight to the Leicester player.
Diop. Deckers. Plays the ball forward to Benny. Tries to skip by one player.
Oh my god! Just
There's
do
a big
something.
battle
Benny.
there in the midfield. He wins it back and plays in Diop. Diop sprays the ball out to Antonio, who's now sitting in the right back
Playing
position.
right back. Yeah, back to where he used to be.
He pings the ball into the box. Decent ball. Souček wins it. Dawson! Souček and bloody Dawson and Antonio switch positions. Oh, come on, West Ham. Got to throw everything at this.
I think
thing.
you said it, Ross, that he just made the sub like 20 minutes too late.
He
As
did.
soon as Fredericks come on, they've had nothing down that side.
No, they just and they've had to change. So we've had to change we had to make our changes to because they were playing better. Then they did the same thing again. And then obviously put Lookman on and put Barnes into more of a central role.
Come on, you got to throw everything at this now.
Yeah, but Lookman's gone the other side, hasn't he? Lookman's, and he hasn't really had much in the game.
No.
Leicester now just trying to play game management, trying to keep hold of the ball.
That'll do, West Ham.
Vestergaard.
That'll do.
Eventually gives it away to Fabianski.
Oh, 2 minutes to go of normal time. Declan Rice plays the ball forward to Benny, takes a heavy touch, nearly loses it, but
Again.
keeps it.
He does keep it, but it's just another heavy touch.
Even the keeping touch was hefty.
yeah.
Creswell
And
takes a heavy
Creswell's
touch as well and Teals
Ball
with
a
his
cheap foul.
Sub for Leicester.
Vestergaard.
Tielemans for
They're going to
Vestergaard.
shut up shop
Shut
now.
up, shut up, shop.
But then you know what that means. Big balls into the box.
Big
That's what they're
balls.
expecting. They've now decided that's it.
Big bollocks.
Big balls.
Leicester have gone. We're take. No, didn't do this
Go
against
for-
Tottenham, though, did they? Didn't do this against Tottenham. They kept going for it against Tottenham. End up losing.
Yeah,
for
that's
Curry
where-
down
Lost,
Latin.
they've gone,
this is why they're doing that because they lost. They were 2-1 up with how many minutes to go, and they lost to Tottenham.
6 minutes of added time, didn't they? They were
Yeah.
2-1 up with like
Come on,
3 minutes
West
of added time left.
Go on, Fred. Well, Dex is gonna is he gonna smash it into the box? Yeah, he is. We've won it on the edge of the box. Oh, they've defended well. Benny from distance shoots, takes a wild deflection over the bar. That may have been on target actually for Benny.
Come on.
Yeah.
Players in the box.
Let's go. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, come on.
Load the box up.
Oh,
Come West Ham. Let's load this box up.
David Moyes is clever, Army.
We've got the big
Big
boys on the
pass,
pitch.
sausage roll. Come on, West Ham. Give us a goal. Ooh, it's a corner.
David Moyes is clever, Army.
David
Come
Moyes is
on.
clever, mate.
Leicester are shit at corners. Come on.
Come on, West
David
Ham.
Moyes is clever, Army.
Come on, whip it in.
David
Go on,
Moyes is
West
clever,
Ham.
Army.
Go on. Come on.
David Moyes
Where
is
is it?
clever, Army.
Yes!
Craig Dawson!
Dawson! Yes!
Big boy Dawson.
Yes! Come on, you Irons!
Oh,
Oh, I've just
Desmond.
screamed the bloody Rona out of me.
Exactly.
Come on, you Irons. What are they looking at the screens for? Piss off.
Piss off.
Oh, don't be doing that. Don't be doing the old VAR again. Don't go away, VAR.
Nah. What are you talking about? Nothing.
Come off his shoulder. Shoulders are the goal, so his shoulder is fine.
It's
I
a
think
shoulder,
I'll be
mate.
shown.
It's fine.
His shoulder's fine. You get the sleeve now.
It
don't
does
you?
look. It,
Shoulder's fine.
oh, it's the sleeve. I think it's gone for the
The
sleeve.
Sleeve is fine.
Should
sleeve
be a goal.
acceptable. Sleeve is not handball. That will
It's
be
the
a goal.
kit. It's if it comes off the kit, it's all right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. Go!
Oh!
Come on, West Ham! Let's go for the 3. Come
Go
on,
for the
man.
winner.
Go on, Dawson, son! Go on, West Ham!
First Premier League goal this season for
What?
Craig Dawson. Really?
Right, come on, Rusty boy! David Moyes is coming on me. David Moyes is coming on me. David Moyes is coming on me. Oh, see, we've put the fans on the back
See
burner.
you walking out. See you walking out.
Go on. Go on! Oh, we got space. Go on, Benny!
Come on,
Play
Benny.
it! Play it! Get rid of it!
Get
He's
past the
not
bloody
throwing
ball.
it.
Go on.
Oh, ah!
Here we go. They're on the counter attack now.
Go on, Dex!
Don't overcommit
Declan.
West Ham. Jesus.
Go on, Declan! Oh, he's done amazing, Deckers!
He's got him. All done. Ah!
Wow, that'll do. Oh, jeez.
Don't overcommit now, West Ham.
Nah.
Don't do a Leicester.
Come on, West Ham. Come on, West
You
Ham.
can hear the fans singing. Come on.
There's a minute and a half to go. That's in injury time.
Yeah, we're in injury time. 92 and a half minutes gone.
Lookman.
Closing down.
Oh, cleared from West Ham.
Good
Go on,
clearance,
Antonio.
Frederick.
Oh, chase him down. Keep going. Oh, it's a big ball back to Schmeichel. Put him under pressure. That'll do.
Nah, he won't.
A minute and 15 to go. A minute and 15 to go. Go on, your irons.
Oh, they were a dull moment.
Davy Moyes is clapping on me. Davy Moyes is clapping on me.
Worked last time.
Irons. Go on, Moisey. Go on, son.
Consider
Go
it's
on.
2-2, right? It's 2-2. Brendan Johnson.
Brendan Johnson.
Brendan Rodgers looks really like he's all right. David Moyes looks like he's gone for edge backwards. He looks absolutely shattered. He's like, his hair's all raggedy. He's been through the ringer today on Moyes.
Go on, Vlasic.
Well done, Vlasic. Well done.
Literally
As
30
soon as
seconds
you
to
say
go.
well done. Go on, Diop, keep close.
Get rid of it, West Ham. Shoots from distance. Rosette,
Yeah,
that'll do. Right,
that's
go on,
your lot.
Fabianski. Pumped it
That'll
up
do.
top.
That's
20
your lot.
seconds to go.
By the time he takes that, it'll be done.
Yeah, that's your lot.
And you
Desmond
know what? I said at
2-2.
half time, a point would be disastrous, and giving away
Yeah.
that second half when a point won't be disastrous. Dawson's got us out of jail.
Yeah, we go to 41,
Hope,
41 points now.
I don't want to touch wood. Don't want to speak 20 seconds too soon.
Nah, I'll be all right.
But
We'll kick it out.
94
That's
now. He'll probably play this, maybe gets headed back, and then he'll blow up.
Yeah.
Fabianski pumps it up to the halfway line. Souček loses out to Ndidi in the header.
Yeah, he's going to shout.
Goes out for a West Ham throw, and that's full time.
That's it. 41.
Ooh.
Yeah, 41 points now, aren't we? 25 games, 41 points.
Oh,
Well, there you go. Desmond.
Never a dull day. Never a dull day.
Never a dull day indeed.
I've put the link in the chat for the review. I know, Russ, you can't make it, so it'll just be myself and Matt.
Well, I can hang here for 5 minutes if you want to jump on there.
Yep.
So, if it's up to you, man, I can hang here for a little bit. So, Anton,
well, you give me around. Give us your quick thoughts. You ain't got time for the preview. What's your quick?
Got out of jail. We got out of jail, really, didn't we? It's almost like a game of two halves. They got out of the jail first half because they did nothing really until the last 20 minutes, really, and then they scored. And that was the same with us, really. We literally that Leicester commanded most of that game, but they just have a knack of getting late goals. It's the last. It is. It's like
I just went on Twitter and Paddy Power. This was about half an hour ago. This is probably half time. And Paddy Power put West Ham desperately need a goal, but unfortunately their only backup striker option is the cardboard cutout of Antonio.
Boom, boom. Yeah, but we just have this knack. We do have a knack of scoring late goals, and I think we're second now or something like that of goals scored in the last 15 minutes of the game.
Yeah, the last 15 minutes.
And it's just frustrating that we don't get there. And still sucks in being fourth with 41 points. Still fourth. You know what I mean? Rather the points in the bag than the games in hand. That's what I'm saying. Look at Spurs today, losing 2-0 at home to Wolves. Look at Man United as well.
Look at Spurs. They lost in midweek.
Yep. Totally. Russ might be right. Screenshot that. If only the subs were made earlier. But the thing is, we know we know our manager. We know our manager's very rarely, apart from the Kidderminster game, did they make those types of subs? Oh dear, we have so many players out of form. Cressy was Leicester's best player. Is that Leicester's best player? Yeah, it does. But we're still coming out results. I know we're not playing well.
You know what? I think that comment's a bit harsh on Harvey Barnes.
Yeah, I think Harvey Barnes was.
And you know what? I think it was more harsh was that Tielemans got man of the match.
Yeah.
For me, he
weird.
Was that a 20-minute spell in the second half when he had the West Ham team on toast?
Yeah,
Barnes.
He did. It was amazing. But Harvey Barnes is fantastic. As I said, Anton's going to be on. Literally, he's going live any second now. If he's not live already, to do the review. Me and Matt will go and join him. I've got to go and do dad stuff. Fun. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us as always. If you like it, really, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a subscribe. And yes, 2-2, a Desmond. It looked like Frank's probably got some money by the looks of it. Hate me today, I've cleaned them out. So Frank called a Desmond. So fair play to him, man. Fair play to him. So go and talk to Anton now, and he'll dissect the game. Stell might even turn up. Who knows? Probably not, because he's got a phone which you have to, like one of those old-fashioned phones. Hello. So yeah, but he might make an appearance. But anyway, from myself and from Matt. Take care and stay safe. Wash those hands. Get those jab appointments and get those boosters. 2-2. And thank you to our members. Much love. See you over there. Well, I won't see you, but Matt will see you over on the review show starting now. Much love. Bye-bye.